pulse of the planet. Keep it fast, standing. Red alert, red alert, red alert, yeah. Got the dirt on my soul, no grandstanding. No mask, not even if it's old dark 30. Split street made, even dirt roads, highway 30. 50, 40, 90, that'll get you 30. That's a clean sweep.
Welcome to Red Alert Houston Rocket Zone. I'm Hope Champion. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and drop Clutch City in the comments. And lock in to hear Daily Rockets talk.
Okay, my bad, my bad. Um, this is Houston Rockets Red Alert, Unchained, Untap, Unfiltered, and Unfulfilled. Waiting to see what the final call on this game gonna be. Um, I am being forced to come on against my will, seeing as though how the Rockets look to just throw away another good game, and so I guess it's up to me to come on and sure, let's go ahead and let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, baby. How you spell Minnesota, man? I don't even know how to spell Minnesota, man. Cheese and rice. Let's talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, baby. Look, we already here, man. We already here. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and let y'all know right off the back, man. If the Rockets lose this game, I'm spazzing. I'm spazzing. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna spaz. I'm gonna spaz on General Principle. I'm gonna spaz on GP, bro. Right off the bat. First of all, I didn't have no intentions on coming on tonight. I ain't gonna even hold y'all, man. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. I was I was tied up with the itty bitties. And just hoping I could just watch a good ball game, man. And it was looking like it was gonna take everything in the Rockets' power to make it a good ball game. And then they just said, "Nah, we're not gonna let it be a good ball game. We're not gonna let it be a good ball game. We're gonna we're gonna make sure that this is not a good basketball game at the end of the day." And how did they do that? What am I talking about? Well, you're gonna have to stick around, man. You're gonna have to stick around and hit the poll, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think about the poll. Um, you gotta stick around and see exactly what all I gotta say after the game. But I'm gonna go ahead and tiptoe y'all into the murky, muddy, dark water of the swamps and the bayou water that we down here in Houston. and so y'all can get a good feel of what's going on. Overall, it was gonna be a good ball game. But at the end of the day, some things just, some things just don't go unnoticed.
Nice little rhythm game for Anthony Edwards. He's entered tonight missing 10 of his last 12
Oh,
games.
that's the ball game.
But had a
All
strong
right,
performance.
cool. So, with that being said, that's the ball game. And I can let y'all know right off the bat, I am in no shape, form, or fashion shocked by the outcome of this game. But I am highly, highly, how do you say? Um, I kind of feel good about it. I had a it's like it's bittersweet, you know what I mean? Because I feel good about the game. Certain aspects of the game, I feel absolutely horrible about. So I know I'm gonna get some flack. I know I'm gonna get some flack, and I already know it's coming. But I am gonna say this: Kevin Durant had 31 points. He came to battle. Kevin Durant had 31 points. He came to battle, and for the most part, he outplayed Anthony Edwards. For the most part, he outplayed. Hold on. Who's that creeping through my window? Plow. Get your ass blasted out here messing around my window like that, Playboy. Um, Kevin Durant came out and you know pretty much outplayed Anthony Edwards. If you know me, I stand on this. I stand on one simple thing as it pertains to Kevin Durant. He cannot get outplayed by the other team's best player every night. Some nights, yeah, but not every night. And tonight he outplayed Anthony Edwards. Period. Period. Point blank. Full stop. Well, I'll tell you who made me look kind of like a doofus a little bit. You know, Alper Shango had a solid game, but these 8 rebounds, not a real 8 rebounds. They was a balloon 8 rebounds because in the third quarter he had 3 rebounds. He had 3 rebounds in the third quarter, and he didn't start getting rebounds until the middle of the third quarter where he tacked on these 5 rebounds, and it just wasn't official. His defense was a little suspect tonight, and I wasn't really impressed with Alper Shango's 10 or 13 shooting. Like a lot of people, you know, might would give him a pass on tonight, whereas tonight would be a night that I would say he was a little man. He was a little man for my likings. For my likings, just a little man. Right? The 8 assists, cool. But the 6 rebounds, yeah, okay. 6 rebounds, 8 assists. My bad. 6 rebounds, that's man. That's not gonna get it. And to constantly underperform in the rebound category against the Minnesota Timberwolves for me is a problem. I just cannot get over the fact that against a team like the Minnesota Timberwolves, who you know what you're coming up against, you always underperform in the rebound category. Now, with all that being said, I'm not gonna hold you too much longer. I'm just gonna go straight into the real deal Holyfield about this game. This was exactly what we needed to see from Armin Thompson and Reed Shepard. I know Reed didn't have a good game. He was ultimately 5 for 12, 2 or 6 from 3, but it was points where people pressured him on the ball where he didn't turn the ball over. Reed Shepard had 1 turnover, and in a game like tonight, it could have been a 3, 4, 5 turnover game, even though he only played 18 minutes. 3 rebounds. He didn't get no steals, no blocks, which is way below his average. And, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers. He didn't have a great shooting game, but if you really think about it, it wasn't a horrible shooting game because he did get to some stuff at the basket and some midi stuff, whatever, da da da. But Armin Thompson, 41 points, 7 for 22, 7 for 7 from the free throw line, which, like I say, he's an excellent, exceptional free throw shooter when he locks in. 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 7 assists, a steal and a block. By far the best game of Amon's career. This game in and of itself says to me one thing and one thing only. Amon has to be given the keys to the team in aspect of being the number one scoring option. He has to have the green light to score the basketball every single time he gets his hand on the ball. The whole entire structure of the offense needs to change to Alper Şengün facilitating the offense, high post, and Amin Thompson getting the ball and just going downhill and beating his man because nobody can stay in front of him. Amin Thompson is actually like a 90s player. He's actually like a 90s player to where he has the ability to just beat you with his first step, like a Clyde Drexler. I could just beat you with my first step all night, which was really, if you think about it, is what made James Harden really so special. His first step was just gonna beat you, and there's nothing you could do about it. 41 points is amazing for Amin Thompson, but the way he did it, the some of the mid range stuff, some of the floaters, the dunks, getting to the rim at will. Obviously, 17 for 22 is what we were saying that we actually absolutely had to have. What we absolutely had to have going into in the playoffs. And his consistency, his consistently putting up 17, consistently giving you 20, 2017, 2017. I'm not shocked by the 41 points as much as I am disappointed that he hasn't been, I can't say he didn't have the green light, but here's the thing. Amin taking 15 points, 15 shots a game, 16 shots a game, looks totally different than Amin taking 22 shots a game. Because those 5 extra shots for Amin is like 10 more points. And it's just different. When you got a guy that if I shoot 5 shots, that's 10 points. It's the same thing that we're saying about Kevin Durant. When Kevin Durant shoots 18, 19 shots, it's looking like 25, 26, 27. Right? He got to the free throw line a lot. The referee gave him a lot of free throws tonight. I don't expect Kevin Durant and Amin Thompson to both be shooting above 8 free throws in the playoff. But if both of those guys are shooting above 8, 7, 8 free throws throughout the playoffs, it's going to be tough to beat us. Because even though Shea might shoot 17 free throws by himself, Kevin Durant and Amin Thompson have been shooting the free throw very well. All right. Now, with that being said, let me give you a couple of takeaways just real quick. Real quick, I'm going to just give you a couple of takeaways, and then I'm going to go ahead and get back out. The passing wasn't remarkable, but it wasn't horrible. I would like to see the ball move a little bit faster from side to side. The offense did start to look like it was sticking in certain spots. It looked like a lot of one-on-one at times. And when it was one-on-one was when we got some of our buckets. But at the same time, it allows the defense to hone in on you. This, that, and the third. The three-point shooting is just abysmal. The three-point shooting is absolutely abysmal. You're not going to beat a lot of teams with one, let's see, that's 8, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You're not going to beat a lot of teams with 15, 16 attempts. Let's see how many they shot. That's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 30 attempts, right? So they shot 30 3-pointers, and we shot right at 20. So they shot 10 more 3-pointers than we did. And you're not gonna beat a lot of teams like that, especially when they don't turn the ball over. The only person who had turnover for them was Anthony Edwards, had 4 turnovers, you know. So, and he also was 3 of 7 from three. Mike Conley was scorching hot. Everything he shot fell. And it was just one of those games where, people like Terrence Shannon Jr. and freaking Dante DiVincenzo, and these guys just pop out of nowhere and just had a big game tonight. Obviously, Jay McDaniels had spectacular defensive plays down the stretch that helped them solidify that win. And I would have liked for our team to be able to overcome that final push and take this game, but I didn't really expect to win this game. Um, I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, but when it seemed like we was gonna win, I was like, okay, we're gonna win. I didn't think we were gonna flame out at the end of the game, which we really didn't flame out, flame out. They just hit a bunch of shots and made great defensive plays down the stretch. When you see Jaden McDaniel taking over the game defensively and Mike Conley Jr. hitting big threes down the stretch, there's really nothing you can do about that. There's nothing you can do when a guy hitting drift to the side threes and one guy is blocking and stealing and he's an elite defender. Um, you can try to match them defender for defender, but Jay McDaniels is a special player who can play both sides of the ball, and they just got away with one. Obviously, we're on the second night of back to back, and our guys still came to play. I was extremely proud, of, not proud, but extremely happy, I guess, to see them compete at the level they competed in the playoffs. It ain't gonna be no excuses. You know, I like some of the hard fouls. Some of the hard fouls go a long way. I was glad to see that we at least was getting physical when it was time to get physical. Would have liked to see a little bit more physical play from Alper Shangon, just a little bit more aggressive, especially on the glass. Um, excuse me. And the same goes for Jabari Smith Jr. Um, Jabari Smith didn't have an X factor game tonight, and obviously, you know, Jabari is one of those guys that we actually absolutely need to, you know, have an X factor game. 2 blocks, 6 rebounds, not bad. 5 of 12, only 2 for 3. I mean, he was he was solid consistently around what he usually is, but that 6 rebounds tonight needed to be a little bit more for my likings. For my likings, that 6 rebounds would have needed to be a little bit more because we hang our hat on defense. And because of the fact that we hang our hat on defense, when guys like Jabbar only have 1 offensive rebound and Amin and LP are the only guys getting the offensive rebound, our offense it's not gonna generate what it needs to generate. Obviously, we had 132 points. I think some of that down the stretch is like balloon weight. You know, we ultimately got beat by a team that was just better than us. And in that third quarter, you know, in the third quarter, we had a chance to keep them at bay, and I think we kind of let them got momentum. And I think the momentum they picked up was more defensively than anything else. And once they picked up that defensive momentum, they just kind of outworked us down the stretch. They just had, 1 or 2 guys that were just outworking us down the stretch. And it's one of those games where they can just nudge you out. One play here, one play there. You hit a 2, they hit a 3. You hit a 2, they hit a 3. They up by 2. You hit a 2, they hit a 3. You know what I mean? And they just kind of nudge you out. And if you're not getting those offensive rebounds and you know, um, just securing the rebound, more likely than not, those those teams that's been together a little while longer, they tend to know how to win together, and you have an outcome, something that looks like tonight's game. Now, with that being said, I'm um I'm not super thrilled about this game, to be honest. It's one of my more disappointing games, even though I didn't really expect to win. It's one of my more disappointing games tonight for a number of reasons. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give anybody an opportunity. If you want to come up, you want to tell me what you think about tonight's game. Um, the link is in the chat. You can hit the link. You can pop up. You can tell me what you think about tonight's game. You can tell me what you think about the poll. Who's the Rockets' best player? Who's the Rockets' most important player going into the playoff? I know a lot of people think it's Reed Shepard. Some people think it's Kevin Durant. Some people think it's Al Shango. Um, and you can hit the like and subscribe. I'll give anybody who want to come up a chance to come up. Hey man, hey man, you think Almond is the Rockets' best player? If you think Almond is the best, salute to you, Brody. Salute to you, man. I'm a little downtrodden about tonight's game, bro. I'm I was tonight game just kind of threw me for a loop, man. I don't got the I don't got my regular I don't got I don't got my regular swagger over tonight's game. Tonight's game was one of them ones that kind of it almost broke me. It almost broke me down to my last compound tonight. Um Armin had a hell of a game, bro. Armin had a hell of a game. And I hate to see a loss on a night like tonight. But I think ultimately those two things had to come together. Those two things had to happen. One had to happen so the other one could happen. We almost had to lose this game in order for Armin to have that kind of game, or vice versa, however you want to say it. Armin having that kind of game is also the reason that we lost this game, I think. Because I believe that because of the fact that it's an anomaly, it's something that's so unusual to happen. It wasn't like a chemistry game that we could, say that okay, we win when this happens. But it's good to know that he can do it. It's good to see him do it. It's something like we talked about last time. We both mentioned it that we need Armin to go crazy in the playoff. We need him to have that kind of confidence that take control at any moment type confidence. It's good that he got that. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know. Um, but I do think him scoring like that is could be a blessing and a curse. I think him scoring like that could be a blessing and a curse because it's one of those things. Even though it's on high field goal percentage, which is the good thing about it, the field goal percentage when he scores is so high that, like I was saying, if he get 5 shots, that can be 10 points because they probably all gonna be dunks and layups. But by the same token, um, it's like a blessing and a curse because just like So let's go ahead and bring you up and let you chop it up, man. Oh, man. What up with you, KOD?
What's happening? What it do, man?
Shit, over here trying to drown my sorrows, man. Trying to drown away my sorrows.
Why are you so sorrowful? Like you look at the offensive performance that we did, and we only hit 4 threes, bro. We shot over 60% from the field. We scored 130 points. We only went 4-18 from 3. Like I don't think that we would shoot that bad from 3 in most of the games. You got to look at Minnesota. Had the game of their life. They got 50 points off their bench.
Exactly.
50 points off the bench. Like, I mean, dudes had, the game of their life. So I think some of that you can blame on the defense, some of it, but I just think that them dudes played out of their mind. Like you have them type of games like once or twice a season. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody is just hitting shots. They shot 50% from 3. They hit 15 threes. I mean, it was just a night. But I mean, looking at the growth of Armin with his scoring, his passing, you see how many mid-range jump shots he hit?
Yeah, I trust his midi. Like I said, I trust him in the mid range and all that stuff. That's what I've been saying the whole time is that he need to have more offensive. He need to be higher on the how you say the hierarchy. He need to be higher on.
Yeah, he need to be number 2.
He need to be number 1. Like I said, I would post up Armin. Oh
my God.
I would post up Armin because look, this is what I'm saying. You can let Armin go downhill, then post him up, go downhill, run dribble handoff with Armin and Shangoon. I would do that all game long, and just KD would just be my second option, and LP would be my third option. LP would be my Draymond Green, my Paul Gasol, but Armin would be my Kobe.
Well, goddamn, welcome to the party.
I've been saying that.
Welcome to the goddamn party. Because no, you've been advocating for LP to be the sun and for everybody else to be the planets and revolve around him.
I've been saying
you finally to the point where he's supposed to be as the third option. He ain't no first option. He ain't no best player on the team. But I disagree. I think it should still be KD. We just need to find different ways to get KD the ball. When they know we trying to get him the ball, that's when he's being held and grabbed, and it's so much pressure. It takes too much time trying to get him the ball. There's easier ways to get him the ball where you have him setting picks and screens for other guys. Let there be actions off of that, and then let him pop out and get him the ball in the post. Get him the ball in the high post. Get him the ball down on the block. Get him the ball in different areas on the basketball court. Makes it easier for him when he ain't got to fight with nobody just to get the ball. Then he got to, try and get to his spots. But, yeah, it needs to be KD. Off of that, it needs to be Armin. Let Armin do his thing. He can get it 1 foot, 2 feet in the paint anytime, every time he wants to. And his passing has gotten much better. His ability to read the court has gotten much better. To read defense has gotten much better. So let that be the thing. And LP really needs to be a third option scorer, but he can be a ball mover. Not a facilitator, a ball mover. So you get him the ball, off of the pick and roll, and then you let him distribute the ball or you let him move the ball to a secondary third shooter and get the ball moving like that. This is like you said, our Draymond, that's what Draymond does. Draymond is just a ball mover. He gets the ball in a short roll or whatever, and then he picks out who's open or who can attack the rim or attack a closeout. That's what LP needs to do. Now he can still score down in the paint, in the post, but all this him with the ball at the 3-point line, dribbling and all this other. Nah, bro. Take the ball out of his hands. Let Almond do most of that. Now, if you're doing dribble handoffs, instead of now he gonna still ignore KD when KD try to come get the ball. He just gonna spin off and go do his own thing. So I wish they'll knock that out too. But welcome to the party, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, um, like I said, I've always said that Al Pacino should be out with Draymond Green. I've been on Paul Gasol, Draymond, Paul Gasol, Draymond. I've been saying that forever. But the thing about me is,
Hold on, bro.
I respect the fact that Al Pacino can go out and get you 20, 22, 23 points a game. I never felt like Al Pacino need to score 30 a game. 20 and 10. All you got to do is give me 20 and 10 and 8, 20, 10 and 7 a night, which is basically what he did tonight, which I'm cool with that. I felt like his rebounding was subpar. I feel like tonight would have been the night that you beat Happy into the ground because his rebounding was super suspect tonight. Out of all the nights for you to come on here and not step on my neck about LP, I appreciate you letting me off the hook tonight because tonight was a game that LP could have won this game with 3 or 4 more rebounds. I mean, he could have literally won this game for us with 3 or 4 more rebounds. The way I took it, he just wasn't rebounding the ball well again against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I hate to see a guy like Al Pacino get beat by a jersey because nobody was stopping him from rebounding the basketball. I think it's like he came in the middle, Minnesota on the schedule. He like, damn, Rudy Gobert, I can't rebound tonight. I'm gonna do some other shit. Before he even got on here, it's like the game plan told him, don't worry about rebounding. Other people are rebound since Rudy, you're going to be on Rudy tonight. And he just didn't even try to rebound. He had 3 rebounds in the third quarter, which is absolutely ridiculous. Never in my life should a 7-footer that can get you 10 or 11, 12 rebounds have 3 rebounds in the third quarter. It's just not a good look, bro. It's not a good look for me. But I mean, excuse me. Okay. So as far as the reason I'm so somber about everything is basically because the 8-game win streak was just it's paper mache. It was just a paper mache win streak to me. And it almost feel like anybody could have went on that win streak and that we didn't do nothing special. We just beat a bunch of teams that we were supposed to smack around. We smacked a couple teams around. And then when it came time to perform, we got beat by Dante DiVincenzo, Adam Sheraton, what's his name? Adam Sheraton.
Shannon, whoever it is. Now, look, you being dramatic. You're being dramatic now. You in your feelings. Yeah, I get it. You want to win this game. You feel like this would have sent the message, but you're being emotional right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that the Knicks is a trash team that we beat.
Trash.
We won these 7 games. We earned those wins. And yeah, we had moments where it didn't look the greatest. This is the 2nd game in a row we went through a stretch in the 4th quarter where we couldn't score. This is the 2nd game in a row. The last game we was able to stab it off. In this game, we wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is, but I think you being a bit too dramatic. Acting like the other wins was just gimmies. These the same games that we was losing early in the season.
It's the same game we lost tonight.
I'm talking about them. Them
Can't go wrong.
7 games, we was losing to teams like that earlier in the year. And then when we beat them, people want to dismiss it like it ain't nothing. We lose to them, it's so embarrassing. The sky's falling because we lost to them types of teams. Like y'all
Okay.
can't have it both ways, bro.
Well, you know, y'all to me is just like Dow and pitch and y'all. You know what I mean? Or y'all mean I don't know no y'all. But I never felt like the sky was falling. It's just certain games like tonight for me. Certain games like tonight, we going into the playoff. And then again, I give you this. I give you this. We played physical at times. At times we played physical. It was hard fouls, no easy layups. I can appreciate that. And running over old buddy when old boy was moving his feet, to me, was one of the best plays. Jay Sean Tate slamming old buddy when old boy thought he was finna get an easy layup was probably my second favorite play of the night. Um, so I can appreciate the physicality, but it's just when Kyle Anderson have 17 points, Fareed Nasheed got 20 points, Shannon got 23 points, Jaden McDaniel got 4 blocks. It's just certain stuff like that that's like I don't know if we're ready. We not. I don't know if we're ready for the playoff, man. I don't know if we're ready for the playoff yet. I and I was hoping that it would be like you know a Western Conference team. We beat Golden State with Steph. Okay, looked all right. We come out, we get this game against Minnesota. We beat 2 Western Conference teams, and we can ride it. We can be ready for the playoffs. Well, I felt like we was gonna lose before the game start. I was like, no big deal. We're gonna lose this game. Cool. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and finish working, and then I'm gonna, chill with the itty bitties. I'll watch the game. I'll come on Saturday and start pumping, getting myself pumped up for the playoff. But then I was like, okay, I really got to say something. As soon as I looked up and it was like we down by 9 or whatever it was, I was like, okay, I got to say something. I got to because now it's my responsibility. I got to come on here and say this was a big letdown. This was out of all the shit, this was one of the biggest letdowns of the year to me. Because this was a game that was right in our hand. And I always say this. We play for each other. When the team play for each other, you know, I don't care if you win or lose, if you playing for each other as a team. And just like when Kevin Durant passed Jordan and Armin got the tip in, what I say, the biggest play of the game was Armin getting the tip in and getting Kevin Durant to win. Well, Armin just had a career night tonight, and they couldn't put out a win for him. He tried to he did everything he could to have a good game, and the rest of the guys just didn't come to. They just didn't come to play with him. I don't feel like they. I mean, Kevin had 31 points and hit his free throws and got a couple of rebounds and this, that, and the third. But I just feel like Alpha ain't gonna let us down tonight. Reed Shepard had a bad scoring night. Tari Eason was an absolute no show. And shit, I don't know, man. It just. I mean, even though we had 132 points, we played a good game. But if having 132 don't matter if you let somebody score 140. That's all I'm saying.
Well, and I get that, but every loss ain't a loss. Some are lessons. Jay-Z quote.
No, that's not a Jay-Z. That's a Jalen Green quote, nigga.
That's a Jay-Z quote. That's a Jay-Z quote right there.
That's a
A loss
Jalen.
ain't a loss, it's a lesson. You know what I'm saying? So look, this is something that probably needed to happen. We was flying high on our little high horse on this 7 game win streak heading into the playoffs. Talk of home court advantage and all of this. You know what I'm saying? And we faced this team, and MA gets to tell the team like this shows y'all that scoring ain't gonna win us in the playoffs.
Right.
Just because we
Man. Yo, you cut out of that's me.
Intensity and defense to the page if we want to be able to win games and advance in the playoffs. So this can be a blessing in disguise to take this loss heading into the playoffs. Last game now we locked in at number 5 pretty much, so we can rest our guys and in the final game rest KD, rest Almond, rest LP. His punk ass needs some rest.
Definitely.
um Go ahead and rest some of these guys and get ready for the postseason. They're gonna have a couple of days off because they're gonna have to do the play in and get ourselves ready and prepared to play the Lakers. But I'm not finna. I don't feel bad about this loss. Could they have played better? Yeah. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of good things that I've seen from this team. I love the confidence that Armin and Jabari is heading into the playoffs with. I think overall as a team, we've been playing much better. This was just one of those games. I'm gonna tip my cap to Minnesota.
Yeah. The the pass from LP to Armin, where Armin brought the ball up, kicked to LP. LP drove, did the spin move, and did the no look pass to Armin, and then Armin went and dunked it. That was a. I mean, it was some promising moments. You know what I mean? It was some promising moments. I just, you know, I gotta call a spade, bro. Everybody, it's like no matter how good we play, the teams that's supposed to be better than us, they just better than us, bro. I mean, and that's not. It's we haven't shown any propensity to overcome the guys that's ahead of us, and that's just not good. It's like we got Kevin Durant, and at some point we were supposed to overcome. Like, let me ask you a question. Okay, let me ask you a couple of questions. I'm just take your answer for it because I'm obviously not right tonight. I'm obviously not on my note. Do you feel like if we had Fred Van Vliet, we're a better team than the Minnesota Timberwolves today?
No,
Why?
because Fred wouldn't have been able to stay in front of nobody on that court except for Mike Conley, baby.
So
Everybody else would have blew by him, shot over him. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't gonna be able to do nothing with them dudes.
So do you feel like our best chance for being our best was that Fred wasn't there, so Reed and Ahmed could develop?
Yes, yes. Overall, I think it's going. I think overall it's a net positive that we didn't have. Fred this year.
Net positive.
Net positive.
I don't mean to be rude.
I had so many questions.
Do you feel because it's been this thing? I think we talked about this before, and I was making my comparison and calling Ahmed our version of Shea Gilgis Alexander. Remember I was saying something like that, and that at the age he is now, if he was given the reins today, he is statistically where Shea was when Shea was given the reins. You remember me saying something like that? So what I'm saying, do you think by the same stretch that Fred being here was hindering Ahmed and Reed from growing, do you think that maybe Kevin Durant, if he stays the number one option, that can also put a stunt on Ahmed growth and maybe Reed Shepard growth for sake of
No,
sake,
no, no.
you know?
Because the difference is that Fred was a dominant ball handler.
Mm-hmm.
KD isn't. KD is not a predominant ball handler. KD actually plays better off the ball than he does on the ball.
Okay.
So him being the number one option ain't gonna hinder the elevation of Armin Thompson or Reed Shepard. They still get the, you know,
meld right into their roles as facilitators and ball handlers, point of attack, offensive guys, with KD still being a number one option. Because their job as the point guard is really to get everybody else involved, to facilitate for the team, to get the team into sets. And so if the job is to make the work easier for KD, as far as him getting the ball in his spots and having less people around him, and him, him having to make less decisions with the basketball, you leave that to somebody else. The way that they do that is being put into those positions and being allowed to sink or swim in that position.
Yeah.
So yeah, Fred was more of a hindrance to those guys than KD would ever be.
I get you. I mean, I can dig it. I can dig it. I just, I just been thinking about it because I'm like, it'll be better for me in my own assessment. In my own assessment, if KD was maybe a little less available to this team, I feel like we might can be a little bit better, bro. I don't know why I feel like that, but I don't know. I just kind of feel like that for some reason. I feel like the fact that KD and you know what? Maybe I'm just being selfish because he only shoots the ball 18 times, and I haven't really seen KD in the playoffs since Brooklyn, right? I mean, they had 1 year where they went to the playoff, but I haven't seen KD in the playoffs since he was in Brooklyn. I don't know how he's gonna perform. No, I did see him when they went against the Clippers, and Patrick Beverly was holding him and talking noise to him and all that stuff, and KD, scored 25, 26 points. I mean, 25, 26 points. But it's like KD scoring 25, 26, 30, 26, 30, 26, 30. Easy. Easy 26, 30, right? It's an easy 26, 30. But I mean, sometimes to me, it just feel like it's never a game breaking 30. It's like, you know how Shaq always say, and I kind of say the same thing about Olajuwon. It's like, you know, give me 3 jump hooks, 3 free throws, a quarter. Give me 3 jump hooks, 3 free throws, a quarter, and you can have 28 points or some shit like that, right? And I'm like, that's kind of how KD is. KD is kind of like, you know, give me little 3, 4 jumpers, couple of free throws, a quarter, boom, 30 points. But it's never like game breaking. It's just all the in the flow of the offense thing to me. I think I don't know I don't know if that's really beneficial to a team just to have your number one option get points in the flow of the offense. I think your number one option should be, you know, um somebody who impacts the game when all right, cool. I think your number one option should be somebody who impacts the game when when shit start to get rocky. You know, like or just I'm just gonna take over the game and just and blow it open. Like if shit start to get sketchy and it's like, oh, they making a run. Well, I'm gonna go basket for basket with somebody. I'm gonna go basket for basket with somebody so they don't catch up. You know, and the flow of the offense should kind of go out the window in a sense. And see, we have a player that's like that, and it's Reed Shepard. Reed Shepard is the kind of person that if he notice you trying to make a run, in his natural instinct is like, okay, I'm gonna hit this three and just go ahead and keep him from getting close. And I seen Reed do that so many times, and I don't know if Armin is developing that same kind of mentality, but it takes that. I think it takes that kind of player to you know to really just kind of be a game breaker, whatever. But I guess all in all, what I'm saying is that when I'm looking at the game and I'm saying, what's the outcome of this game? What does this game tell me about the Houston Rockets? Well, what it tells me about the Houston Rockets is we just not better than nobody that's real. We're not better than no real legit team. Pick a real legit team and then say, you know, game for game. We play 2 games. Who win the best of 2? Any real team, and you say we're gonna play them just 2 games, you're gonna feel like that real team is gonna beat us both games. That's trash. That's trash. That's not good for me. Even though I don't think anybody that you say and you say which team has more talent, it's only 2 teams that got more talent than we got. And that's in the whole entire NBA. The only 2 teams that got more talent than we got is OKC and the Spurs. Them are the only 2 teams that got more talent than we got overall. But when you look at it and you say team wise, who got better teams, then you start looking and you start saying, well, damn, Golden State, and you start pulling Detroit, Boston, New York, Cleveland, Clippers, Denver, Orlando, Atlanta. You know what I mean? You just start pulling rabbits out the hat. The minute you start talking about a team, you will find yourself going down the line and naming several teams who might have a better overall team than we got. And it's not that we don't have the talent, because we got the talent. You can't tell me that Armin Thompson ain't one of the most talented players in the game. You can't tell me that after tonight's performance, there should be not one single person that bleeds ketchup and mustard that look at this team and says we need to trade players off our team. You can't look at this team and say we need to trade players off our team. The only thing you can do is look out in the league and say it's somebody else that I want on the team. It's something else that I want that's not on the team. And if that leads you to the conclusion of, hey, I want to trade somebody, then okay, that's cool. It's not based off of we missing something. Like, you know, I went on this rant a little while ago about people telling me that Ahmed couldn't be a good shooter. And I'm saying, no, he's not a bad shooter. He's just not a good 3-point shooter. But just because somebody not a good 3-point shooter don't mean they're not a good shooter. If you can shoot free throws and you can shoot middies, but you miss threes, what the hell? Who said you got to shoot threes in order to be a good shooter? Right? Tim Duncan is a good shooter, but we didn't see him make a lot of threes. You know, hell, Dominique Wilkins was a decent shooter, a good shooter. Um, Sean Elliott, Chuck Person. How many threes did the Rifleman take? Did the Rifleman shoot a lot of threes? Right. So my point is that Ahmed Thompson is a good shooter and a good scorer, especially when he being deployed from different spots on the court. You can't look at that and say, hey, well, we need to trade him for Giannis. By the same token, you can't tell me like, hey, we need to bring Giannis to play with KD and let Armin just be a random nigga. You know what we really need? You know what we really need? You know what we really need? We need our Shea Gildas Alexander to just keep being a third, fourth fiddle on the team. Hey, A Swiss Army knife. You know what I need? A Swiss Army knife. Let me tell you about a Swiss Army knife. A Swiss Army knife is cool if you in a tight situation and you don't have the proper tool. But let's say we in the woods. Now I'm gonna give you a scenario. And if you listen to this, I want you to clip this. If you like shorts, so you can clip this. I might clip it myself, but you can clip it. A Swiss Army knife. This is about Armin Thompson. Everybody liked the Swiss Army knife idea of Armin Thompson. Oh, he needed to be a Swiss Army knife. He needed to be a Swiss Army knife. So let's say we in the woods and we fishing. Got a fish, got a hook, got a fishing rod, got the whole nine. We fishing. You get your fish on the hook, reel him in. I get my fish on the hook, reel him in. Go back to the campsite. Light our fire. We got a nice little fire built up. You got a nice fire. I got a nice fire. Now, you pull out your Swiss Army knife. Start gutting your fish. I pull out a nice fillet, nice fillet gripper, chef knife. Cut the scales off the fish, fillet my fish, bones falling all out the fish. I done put my fish on the cutting board. I got a nice wok. I'm finna throw my fish in a stainless steel no stick pan and grill the shit out my fish. Right? I got the whole nine. I got tongs and shit, spatulas, fillet knife, chef knife, paring knife, all kind of shit. Right? You got a Swiss Army knife. The Swiss Army knife is cool because you can tighten up the screws on your saucepan that you finna cook your fish in, but it has nothing compared to your Swiss Army knife. Ain't shit compared to my fillet and my stainless steel pan that I'm finna cook my fish on. What am I saying? Essentially, what I'm saying is, it's cute to call somebody a Swiss Army knife, but if you got the tools that you're supposed to have, if you got a fillet knife, if you got a chef knife, if you got the tongs, if you got a screwdriver, you got a little pair of pliers that you want to tighten up your pot with when your pot comes, you got you a lighter, you got you a Bowie knife, then you don't need a Swiss Army knife. You got you a flashlight, which is what I'm saying. You don't need a Swiss Army knife when you got a case with all the tools in it. And I'd rather have all the tools than a Swiss Army knife. I'd rather have a chef knife with a screwdriver on it than a little bitty ass Swiss Army knife that can just do a bunch of random shit that I probably never use it for. Let me ask you this. Here go a question. Have you ever woke up in the daytime in just a regular random day and was just walking around doing, matter of fact, span it out over a 2-week period. Let's say, how often do you use your Swiss Army knife in a 2-week period? Do you ever walk around your house and be like, hey man, I'm trying to hang this picture up. Let me go find my Swiss Army knife. No, you never do that. You never do that. You sitting in your car and you got to do whatever. Hey man, I'm gonna put some air in my tire. Let me get my Swiss Army knife. You never do that. You never do that. A Swiss Army knife is just some random shit you take, and it's like, hey, I keep this maybe either on my keychain for emergencies, or if I'm going somewhere random, I have this just in case of emergency. A Swiss Army knife is not a thing that's cool. It's not a thing that's tight. It's not what it is. It's not. You're not up if you got a Swiss Army knife. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my point. My point is Armin Thompson being a Swiss Army knife. Now I don't know how you're gonna cut that because I said a bunch of random shit. But Armin Thompson being a Swiss Army knife, to me, is just not a compliment. F it. To hell with that. That is some lazy ass bullshit to say, hey, we got a guy that can do everything. He's a Swiss Army knife. Let him do everything. No, you're a basketball player. You're supposed to do everything. You're supposed to do everything because you're a basketball player. You know who else was a Swiss Army knife? Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was a Swiss Army knife. Guess who else was a Swiss Army knife? Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was a Swiss Army knife. Kobe Bryant was a Swiss Army knife. Dominique was a Swiss Army knife. Jason Kidd was a Swiss. You see what I'm saying? You got players who can do everything on the court, and then just to call them a Swiss Army knife because you being lazy as hell and you don't want to you don't want to put them in the proper position for them to have the best career trajectory that they should have, and you just say Swiss Army knife. Hey, Scottie Pippen, Swiss Army knife. Dwight Howard, Swiss Army knife. It's bullshit. It's just a bullshit title. That's the most bullshit, random, redundant shit, sensationalized bullshit title. It's pissing me off the more I think about it. It's so annoying. The most ridiculous thing that's I've ever heard is that, hey, we got a franchise player. We have a player with the potential to be third best rocket ever, fourth best rocket ever, fifth best rocket ever, whatever. Guess what he is? Fucking Swiss Army knife. Fucking Swiss Army knife. What I want everybody to do, I want everybody that's a Houston Rocket fan under the sound of my weak voice, I want you to grab your Swiss Army knife the first time you see it. And I want you to look at it and say, hey, I feel about this the way that the Rockets should feel about Armin Thompson. Go ahead, King.
Man, I don't know what type of foolishness you talking about right now. I was dealing with my twin grandbaby, so can you catch me up?
I just almost spazzed out, bro. I just almost spazzed out. Listen, Armin Thompson being a Swiss Army knife just upset me to no end right now. I don't know how I got there, but I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, what the hell is a Swiss? How is that a good thing? How is Armin Thompson being a Swiss Army knife a good thing? Whoever uses their Swiss Army knife, why is it that Armin Thompson, people automatically feel like, hey, Armin Thompson needs to be in his rightful position as a Swiss Army knife? I'm like, that's not tight. That's not tight. That's like saying, hey, you know what? You got a person who can do everything. A Swiss Army knife basically is a useless tool that nobody ever used, except in case of emergency, you'll put it on your keychain. In case I just happen to be in my car, driving my car, I get out my car, I get stuck in the woods somewhere, and I need to screw in some random shit. I got a screwdriver on my knife. That's what a Swiss Army knife is. Or my car broke down. I'm walking to the gas station, and for some reason, I need some little bitty ass pliers that I gotta squeeze hella hard. That's what a Swiss Army knife is. Nobody in their right mind wants a Swiss Army knife, bro. If I'm somewhere, just like I said, this is my example, King. I'm gonna let you have this. If I'm somewhere me and you somewhere together, and we fishing. You like to fish?
No.
You don't like to fish? Okay. Um, well, let's just say we fishing just for shits and giggles. We fishing, and you pull out your Swiss Army knife and start gutting your fish, scaling your fish, and I pull out a whole fucking chef knife with a with a no stick stainless steel pan, and I start filleting my fish with a chef knife and a fillet knife, and you got a fucking Swiss Army knife. How in the hell is Armin Thompson being compared to a Swiss Army knife and being delegated to a Swiss Army knife roll with the potential that he got? I think it's selling them short. I think people have overblown the Swiss Army knife narrative to no end. I just think it's a load of bullshit, bro. That's all I'm saying. It just ran me hot.
Yeah, well, the thing is that you have to upgrade. Swiss Army knife is a term that was coined back in the '60s or the '70s, and we were referring to certain players. Nowadays, Armin is more like a Kel-Tec shotgun with the dual tubes. You know what I'm saying? It could be switched to from pump action to automatic, and it has a grenade launch on it. That's really what he is, and so it's not he's not just a shotgun. He's not just a automatic shotgun, but he also has a grenade launcher, attached to him. So that's more of today's version of a Swiss Army knife. I don't think it sounds that bad when you think of it in those terms.
That,
He just has the ability to do a lot of different things on the basketball court. He
but
could be
that,
your best defender. He could be your best scorer. He could be your best rebounder. Like I mean, he could on any given night he can do a number of different things at an extremely high level.
but that's basketball, bro. That's what your best player is supposed to be. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
Michael
but
Jordan.
that's not.
If
That ain't the case though, right?
what you mean?
That every elite player can't be the best at several different things on any given night.
Okay, all that being considered, Michael Jordan, is he a Swiss Army knife?
Uh, yeah, that of the version I'm talking about. Yeah.
Tim Duncan,
Because he
Swiss
could be
Army
your
knife?
best. Yes, they could be your best scorer. They could be your best defender. You know what I'm saying? Tim Duncan could be the best rebounder, the best shot block. Like on any given night, he could be the best, on the basketball court on any given night at any one of those, at any, one or two things that he wants to do. So he's not just an elite scorer who's subpar on defense. He's not just an elite defender who's subpar or average on offense.
Kobe
Like
Bryant, Swiss Army knife.
yeah, yeah.
You have an inconsistency in your own argument, and that's another example of why I call you Michael Jordan fans, because you're not consistent in your own argument.
See.
Bro, it don't sit where I'm sorry, bro. It just don't sit right with me. To me, I'm gonna tell you what I take it as. First of all, let me say this. I be perplexed, bro, when I hear people, the media or whatever, go through these changes where they be like, you know, I really don't like Armin to be dribbling the ball that much and shooting the ball that much. Armin Thompson does not need to take 5 jump shots a game. There's no reason that Armin should take 5 jump shots in a game. I hate when I hear people say silly shit. And then they be like, Jabari, no reason Jabari Smith Jr. should be taking a step back 3-pointer, right? And then they be like, you know, Armin is best as a Swiss Army knife. And what they essentially saying is take Michael Jordan and don't give him a set title and role in the hierarchy where he can build and grow and be his greatest at a thing. Just allow him to float and do anything that you need him to do. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with it. I don't think he's a shooting guard. And even though I said that I think he should be our number one option, I might be over pushing that because I really think Almond is a small forward. I actually think of Almond as like I said, a Scottie Pippen, you know, a Clyde Drexler, something along those lines, right? Ron Artest. I don't think of Almond as a Sean Marion. I don't think of Almond as a um Dale Davis, Aaron McKee. I don't think of Almond like that, right? And so when somebody say like, you know, let's kind of I like Almond to be in this particular spot. I don't. I'm like I want my best players to be given the reins, you know, gradually, gradually, loosen the rope, let them get the reins piece by piece as they grow, and as the maturation process comes to fruition, and allow them to take full stride when they're supposed to take full stride. And if I see somebody in their way inhibiting their progression, then I want to push that person into a bullshit title. Like, how about making Kevin Durant a 3-and-D? How about making Kevin Durant a 3-and-D shooter? How about that? How about making Kevin Durant 3-and-D catch and shoot player?
Kevin Durant is almost 40.
And
So you can't turn him into a 3-and-D player.
wow.
Like he no longer has the speed, quickness, or athleticism to do that on defense to take on the best offensive player on the opposing team and guard them for 35 minutes.
No, I don't want him to go out the best player on the opposing team. I just
Well,
mean
that's what a 3-and-D player is. That's what he does.
no, what I mean Kevin Durant as the shot blocker in the passing lane, the stuff that he can do defensively with his length and his height and his smartness, right? Defensively, and get him off the ball, put like I've been saying the whole time, Kevin Durant in the corner, not handling the ball and trying to make pocket passes. Put him in the corner and in the same way that Armin and Jabari was in that corner. And when the ball go one side, he can float out the corner. When the ball go to the weak side, he can float out the corner. When the ball come back to his side, he can go back deep in the corner as a spacer. And then he can dive in to the high post, get the ball, turn and shoot. He can come off a screen, off a flare, get the ball, turn and shoot. And make him into that kind of player, and then you can do more with Armin. What I'm saying is, at a point, we need to start the musical chair process of, you know, moving Kevin Durant, like I've been saying for the longest, him start preparing himself to be ready to go to if he's gonna be on the Houston, if he want to retire a Houston Rocket, Kevin Durant need to start preparing himself for a bench role.
What?
Kevin Durant needs to start preparing himself for a bench role if he want to be a Houston Rocket.
No.
It's just a fact, bro.
No.
It's just a fact. He needs to start. I ain't saying he need to be on the bench because just like I said, Reed Shepard will be ready to be a starter by the All-Star break. I'm telling you the same thing. By 2 years from now, maybe by the end of next year, depending on what happened, 2 years from now. Matter of fact, I could tell you like this: depend on what happens in the offseason. It might be the best thing for Kevin Durant to be on the bench. I'll give you a prime example.
You trolling.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Let's say,
Bro,
let's
we're not going to entertain, putting our best scorer our most efficient scorer on the bench. Like who's gonna do what Kevin Durant does?
Well, I mean, he shoots 18 shots a game, right? He
Yeah, at
shoots.
over 50%, at over 50% from the field and 40% from three.
I don't know about the 40% three shit. I don't.
Actually, it's 41%.
Okay, okay. You checked it today?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with that because I haven't checked it in about 2 months, 3 months. So okay, so 50, 50, 40, 90, 86,
88, 80, 88.
50, 40, 88. Okay, 50, 40, 88. I think this last year's stats, but okay, I'm gonna go
No,
with it.
that's this year.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Let's say, for example, the Rockets got another player like let's just say mm, I'm thinking. Let's say the Rockets got let's say the Rockets get Jay McDaniel.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Reed Shepard and Armin Thompson take the necessary steps. No, 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 no. No, I should not have said Jay McDaniel. I should have said an actual real good shooting guard. Because Jay McDaniel played the 3 and the 4, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I should have said a real good shooting guard. So, um, give me a real good shooting guard.
Devin Booker.
Okay. Well, that would be horrible if we get Devin Booker, Kevin Durant off the team because they obviously don't get along, and Devin Booker not a good defender. I need somebody that can play defense a little bit.
Ant-Man.
Perfect, perfect. Let's say the
Mm-hmm.
Rockets got Ant-Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gave up LP. We gave up LP. We got Ant-Man, and we got Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder. What's his name? This is 6'6". Like he's 6'6". Who is they center? Who are they other center? Let me see. I just need to get a center just for the sake of it. Just for the sake of shits and giggles. Not really, that's too much money. Rocco Zakarski. We're not getting Nas Reed. He costs too much money. Rudy Goldberg costs a lot of money. Kyle Anderson. Let's say we got Julian Phillips. Shit, he's
Mm-hmm.
6'6". That nigga, that trash. Okay, let's say we got Rocco Zakarski, right? Let's say we got
Mm-hmm.
Rocco Zakarski and Anthony Edwards. We gave up LP, and
Armin Jabari.
no, we're not giving up Armin.
Yeah.
No, no,
Okay,
no,
so this is some super fantasy.
no, 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 no.
Um,
No, because listen, no, this is what I'm saying. We're not giving up Armin. We finna give up LP. We finna give up Tar. We finna give up all our draft picks. And Ant-Man want to leave. He forcing his way out. Right? What is his contract looking like? Because I don't think he got that much longer on his contract any damn way. And he only 6'4". That nigga ain't all that damn special. Damn nigga 6'4". But okay. His contract, I think he just signed not too long ago. Yeah, I think it just, see what the new contract looking like. Let me go back. But okay, make a long story short. We got a shooting guard. We got Reed Shepard. Armin is going to be our small forward. The reason I'm saying that because I need Armin to be our small forward, right?
mm-hmm.
And Jabari still our young power forward. We're going to use Zakarski as a fill-in spot because I wanted to make sure that we have a center to where we don't try to throw Jabari in that center, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my point is, we got a center 7'3", right? Perfect fit in, perfect fit in. Um, We got Jabari at the 4. We got Armin at the 3. We got Ant-Man at the 2. We got Reed Shepard at the point. Are we gonna move Armin back to the point guard just so KD can play the 3? Are we gonna put KD on the bench? Are you gonna put Jabari on the bench?
Yeah, Jabari or Shep is gonna go to the bench.
See, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Man, that's my whole point. My whole point is we are at the stage to where I can see Jabari going to the bench and KD playing the power forward. What I can't see is two things. I can't see, hey, Armin, go play the power forward. I'm not with that shit. I'm not with that shit. I'm not finna mess over my young phenom's whole fucking career, Swiss Army knifing him. That's what I was just talking about. I'm not finna do that to him. He's too valuable to me for me to be saying, oh, you my point guard. Oh, you my small forward. Oh, you my shooting guard. Now you my power forward. Hey, go play center. No, I'm not doing that to you. You're too valuable. You're too valuable. Where the hell do you want to play? Where do you want to play? You want to be a small forward? You want to be Kobe? That's who you is. That's who you are. Kevin Durant is on the back end of his career. Guess what, Kevin Durant? You probably gonna be on the bench, Brody, because Ant-Man is gonna be my shooting guard. He wants to be a shooting guard. Guess what he playing? Shooting guard. Armin Thompson, you want to you not a better shooting guard than Ant-Man, so you're gonna be the starting small forward. You want to be?
Or he could be your starting point guard.
Nope. Nope. I'm not. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not finna keep stunting the growth of my younger players for old ass niggas. Paul George, Reed
Fam.
Shepard, Kawhi
Fam.
Leonard. Listen,
Fam.
listen what I'm saying. Hold on, let me tell you what I'm saying. The same way Shea had to leave LA to grow in OKC is the same way I feel about Reed Shepard and Armin Thompson. Some of these older players, no matter how good they are, because Paul George had a damn near MVP year in OKC. Kawhi just came off a championship. But if you're gonna keep Shea Gilgeous-Alexander in the Clippers, he's never gonna be Shea the way he is today. Just like Trae Young had to go to Washington for Nikhil Walker-Alexander to have his moment. If we keep throwing these old niggas in the way of these young niggas, they're not gonna grow. Go ahead.
As I was trying to tell you, Kevin Durant does not play the position of Armin nor Reed Shepard. No matter where you want to put Armin, anywhere from the 1 through the 3, you can avoid Kevin Durant altogether. It don't got nothing to do with it. There's no reason, there's nobody on this roster that you would put ahead of KD that would force KD to the bench.
Oh, shit.
Whether it's at the 4, whether it's at the 4, or really even at the 3. Reed Shepard ain't strong enough yet. His defense still needs some work. His consistency as a shooter still needs some work. It's why, at this point, he cannot stay in the starting lineup. So you're looking for a way to push KD to the bench, but he don't interfere with Armin.
Nah, he do. He really 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 do interfere with Armin because even right now he playing a small forward, and Armin should be a small forward.
Why?
Well, hold on. My headphones stuck in my chair. Let me tell you what.
The way I've been seeing Armin play over the last 10, 15 games, his court vision, his passing, his getting us in the sets offensively, his pressure that he puts on the rim, with the ball in his hands, him running pick and rolls. Why he can't be the point guard?
Who the best pass on our team?
Reed Shepard is the best passer on the team. But Reed Shepard, as I just said, he's not strong enough.
For you Michael Jordan fans, because you're not consistent in your own argument.
No, I just said Reed Shepard is not strong enough at this point to stay in the starting lineup, and his shooting still needs some consistency. So until he gets stronger, where when somebody bumps him, he's not flying 7 feet away from them, giving them a wide open shot. They're not able to just clear space with him with just a simple shoulder bump. Until he gets that rectified, he's not going to be able to maintain the position of a starting point guard on this team.
Bro, you could tell me whatever you want to, whatever about you can tell me about any kind of rectums you want to tell me about.
Yeah, I know. See, the thing is, you can't dispute what I'm saying.
No, I absolutely dispute what you're saying, because what I'm gonna say is this right here: privilege come with age, just like experience is the greatest teacher. Every minute that great white hope is not on the court for these Houston Rockets is a minute of on the job training that he's not getting. That's simple. That's simple. You got to let Reed Shepard get on the job training. He's not gonna learn no other way than being in the fire. He can learn from the sideline because he's a student. But by the same token, if he out there on the court and he's getting the rips, he's getting to learn, he got the green light. You empowering him to make mistakes. He's learning on the job with the freedom to not get pulled, with the right coaching behind him.
Nah,
he's gonna be a whole lot better, bro. You can't Go ahead.
You can't let him learn at the detriment of the entire team.
The detriment of the entire team.
Yes. So you allow him, you give him minutes, you let him play, and in those games where his deficiencies isn't highlighted, then yes, you give him more minutes, you let him play, you let him make it through mistakes. But in those games where his flaws are being put out to the forefront, and he is picking up cheap fouls, he's helping, or he's putting us into the penalty, early into the quarter, he's getting blown by, he can't stay in front of his man, he don't got enough strength to, sustain a bump or absorb a bump or a little shove off from the opposing offensive player, then that's going to result in him getting pulled. It's why he didn't play a lot of minutes in this Minnesota game. There's a reason for that.
He was missing a lot of shots.
He ain't take a lot of shots.
At 12.
That ain't a lot.
It ain't a lot. It's way too easy.
And why you think he didn't got benched the last 2 games?
Well, he haven't been shooting the ball.
For your favorite player, the player you hate the most, a Kogi, is back in the starting lineup.
And he played good defense tonight too.
Yeah,
he played.
That's what he does. He played great defense the other night too. Last night, he had 11 rebounds or something like that.
Yeah. So, but I also know that, like I told you at the beginning of the year, Ime's job was to play Reed Shepard and get him on the job training. When Raphael Stone came out and said Reed Shepard has got to be very good for us, period. What I told y'all, I came on this platform, I hooked up this microphone, and I pushed that button, and I say, that's Raphael Stone giving Ime Udoka a mandate. to make this nigga good. Did I say it or did I not?
Yeah.
I absolutely did. So I understand exactly what he was doing. He getting them all the on-the-job training he can. Now, is he going to sacrifice the playoffs so Reed Shepard can be good? That's not what I'm asking. I'm not suggesting that you sacrifice your whole playoff and your whole thing to make Reed Shepard good. But what I am saying is Kevin Durant don't got 3 years for Reed Shepard to be sitting behind him or Armin sitting behind him. Nobody sitting on the bench for Kevin Durant 3 years from now, bro. It's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. If he want to retire Houston Rocket, you cannot imagine that Reed Shepard is gonna still be coming off the bench for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant shoot 18 shots a game. He averaged 25 points. Are you trying to tell me that 2 years from today, you think in your mind that it's going to be better for Reed Shepard to be coming off that bench or Kevin Durant coming off that bench, getting his 18 to 15 shots coming off the bench, or Reed Shepard being in the game and putting up 10, 15, 20 shots?
They don't play the same position. One
No,
does not impact the other.
it's
Now,
only
if you want to make the argument that 2 years from now, if he would be coming off the bench for Jabari Smith Jr., I'm gonna tell you, doubtful.
Well, no, he's not coming off the bench for Jabari. He's coming off the bench as a 6th man to score the basketball.
Again, somebody would have to be in the starting lineup in the position that he plays.
Armin
No,
is my small forward.
Armin is not our small forward. Right now, Armin is our starting point guard.
Right, or shooting guard.
No, he's our starting point guard.
Okay, well, who was our starting point guard when Reed Shepard is in the game? When Reed Shepard started, who was our starting point guard?
Yeah, in those games he was our starting. But again, Reed Shepard started what, 12 games?
Okay, so in 12 games, Reed Shepard was our starting point guard.
Okay.
So in the 12
But
games,
okay, so I'm gonna go by the majority of the season, not the outliers.
I'm going by
How about that?
After these 4 games, well, we got 7 games plus 4 games. After these 12, 13 games, after these 12, 13 games,
Which I don't think Reed Shepard gonna start not a one of them.
No, he's not.
I don't think so. Okay, then.
He's not.
So again, so Armin is our starting point guard.
We got 13 games left this season, tops. Tops, nigga. 13 games left. And then we coming back next year with Fred VanVleet as our starting point guard. Okay. First of all, neither one of us are really looking forward to that. As much as I love Fred, and he might
maybe Fred is coming off the bench next year.
Fred might come back and cook next year.
He might. But he might come back and be our backup point guard.
I would not care if he's not gonna back up Armin. If he do, he gonna back up Reed Shepard. If he do, is no way. Let me guarantee you something. Is no way Isaiah Reed Shepard, IRS, the tax man, Cocaine Curry. No way he's on this team. Not next year, but the year after that, it's no way he's not on this team and starting. After next year. Now, next year, Fred might be on the team all year if we can't get off of him without messing up the salary cap, because we know Stone is going to mind his P's, pop his P's, and cross his I's, dot his T's. We know that. But by the same token, if Reed Shepard have to come off the bench for Fred VanVleet and stunt his growth for a whole entire year, that means they probably finna trade Fred or Reed. Now, if by some stretch of the imagination, Reed Shepard is still on this team after next year, We get to the playoff. We get to the second round, third round, whatever. We're not gonna beat OKC or the Spurs next year. Kill that noise unless we make hella trades. And hella trades mean Kevin Durant or Fred VanVleet ass is gone. One of the two. Or LP or all three. All three of them motherfuckers allowed to be gone next year. But Reed Shepard and Ahmed Thompson most likely gonna be on this team after next year. And Reed Shepard and Ahmed Thompson will most likely be the core starting after.
Yeah, that's listen. That's what we would hope would be the case. That the core of the team is going to be Almond, Reed, and Jabari.
and LP.
Nah, the core.
The core is gonna be Ahmed Reed and LP.
you would hope it'll be Jabari, Almond, and Reed Shepard, and you'll use LP for a missing piece. Be that a big man, be that a small forward, whatever the case may be, whatever position, a two guard, whatever the case may be, you would hope that they would move LP to solidify pieces around that 3-piece core. But we're gonna have to see how these dudes continue to develop. To me, the biggest thing that Reed Shepard is gonna have to do is get some more sand in his pants, get stronger, and make sure that his jump shot is consistent butter.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something. Reed Shepard gonna come back after next year. Body gonna be transformed. Body gonna be transformed, bro, because you and me both know what his biggest problems was before the summer league started. His biggest problem was, say it, 1, 2, 3, confidence. Me and you both said it all summer long. Confidence. After summer league, we both came out and said, "Oh yeah, he playing with confidence, playing with good confidence." Only thing is, he moving a little slow. I say, you can't run full speed and your hair don't move. You know what I mean? That's not how white boys play. You run, your hair got to blow in the wind. Okay, boom. Okay, he started picking up his speed, but you turning your back every time you dribble. Every single thing that we saw as a problem, he corrected that shit almost within 4 or 5 games, to where it was getting to the point to where I was having to come on the stream and say, I see something this game, 2, 3 games later, it's not there no more. He just corrected it. It's boom, 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 boom. To where you were saying he's the best passer, and I'm saying he's not better than LP. We get to the end of the season. You say he the best passer. I say he's not better than LP, but he right there with him.
That's cap.
Huh? He right there with him.
Cap.
I'm still
That's
not
cap.
going to be the best passer until he adds some flair to his shit. If
He
don't
ain't gotta add no
flair,
goddamn flat, man. Stop this.
if he don't add
Bro, stop this. So hold on, wait. So you saying that LP was a better passer than John Stockton?
I'm saying that Magic Johnson is a better passer than
I
John.
asked you a specific question about two specific players. Can you answer the question, please?
Well, no, John Stockton is a better passer than Al Pacino.
He ain't had no flair to his passes.
He had a little bit. And here's
No, he did not. No, he did not.
But here's
that nigga two-handed chest passed the ball all over the court.
all over the court. But no,
he was the most fundamental passer motherfucker I'd ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? Even the little bounce pocket passes he put 2 hands on it to pass to Karl Malone. He didn't even have one-handed bounce pass. He took both hands and passed that bounce pass to Karl Malone.
He would baseball that mug though. He would baseball pass that mug in a heartbeat. But here go. But the fair comparison is this: a passer that's actually on his level, you would say is Magic Johnson, right?
On who level?
On John Stockton, right? Right? Elite.
Yeah. Elite level pass. But see, you trying to muddy the water.
You can't compare two B pluses to a nigga that's 100 to a nigga that's
No. I'm making a point because you try to say that Shep ain't a better passer than LP because he ain't got no flair to his passes. And my point is that 1B, 1A, 1B best passer probably of all time had no flair to his passes. You ain't gotta have no flair to your passes to be a better passer than another guy. I'm saying his court vision, his passing ability is better, is the best on the team, is better than LP. LP wants to make the flare passes, but he can't make the simple passes. Yeah, especially into a shooting pocket.
That's kind of like a little straw man you doing right there, bro.
That ain't no straw man, that's facts.
But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, if LP and Reed are in the same tier, they both C tier passers. And then you say, oh, well, because a nigga that's in the C tier can't pass better than a nigga that's in the A tier, all of a sudden, no, it don't go like that. We saying these two C tier players, I can't put the one past the other because he don't have no flair to his passes. But what I can do is I can say a nigga that's in the B tier, B minus. If I got a nigga that's a C plus, and I got a nigga that's a B minus, I might take the nigga that's a B plus. I mean, I might take the nigga that's a C plus over the nigga that's a B minus for showmanship. Not a nigga that's all the way at the top of the top of the top of the top.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna take the B minus over the C. I don't give a damn. You won't say C plus or whatever. I'm taking because the B minus
or LeBron James.
What?
You taking white chocolate or LeBron James as a passer?
LeBron.
The fuck out of here.
So you saying LeBron ain't a better passer than Jason Williams?
Never.
That's crazy.
Never. You almost got booted the fuck off my stage.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You just pissed me off. You just pissed me off.
It better be pissed off than pissed on. If you think Jason Williams is a better passer than LeBron because he did the flare, the underhanded passes and the whip passes and all that, but he's as a just strictly passer. Again, pockets. And Jason Williams was a great passer, but I do have to give it to LeBron as just being a better passer. His vision, him being able to pass over defenses and make any pass on the court. Like LeBron literally can do that. And so I'm not giving Jason Williams the edge because he has looked better. I just think
LeBron or Penny Hardaway. Fuck out of here.
I don't know.
Fuck out of here, man.
I don't know.
Fuck out of here, bro. You can't
look. Listen. Now, see, this is the definition of straw man argument. We talking about Reed Sheppard and LP. Reed Sheppard is clearly a better passer than LP. Clearly,
Brody.
They not on the same tier as passers.
Brody.
Reed Sheppard is clearly better. So let's stop with the shenanigans. Again, like I say, you trying to muddy the waters, and pull the wool over people's eyes with all these other, comparisons. We talking about two dudes on the same team. The 6'2" point guard is a better passer than LP.
Nah, bro.
LP does have the flashy little passes. That pass he made in this game where, he did the half spin and dumped it off to Armin coming down the lane was a beautiful pass. It was a beautiful play. It's so pleasing to the eye. The fact of the matter is that 90% of the time he gets himself in trouble, driving to the paint. He don't even know where the open man is and can't make that pass and ends up turning it over.
Look,
He averages more turnovers than the point guard.
I don't know, bro. I'm shocked and appalled at you, bro. I'm shocked and appalled. I'm a shocked.
Nigga, you ain't Paul, nigga. You EF, nigga.
Hey, don't ask nobody what my name is no more, man, because they might tell you I'm Paul from now on. But listen, there's no way. Two things you can't never convince me ever that you know shit about passing the basketball because nobody in their right mind. Only Skip Bayless gonna tell you that LeBron James the greatest probably one of the greatest passers of the basketball we ever seen. Oh,
I
fuck
never
out.
said that. I never said that.
You said he
I
better
said
than
he's a
Jason
better
Williams.
passer. Yes, he's better than Jason Williams. I didn't say he's one of the best passers of all time. Jason Williams ain't one of the best passers of all time.
No, he absolutely is.
Okay, you say he is?
Absolutely one of the best passers of all time.
That shit is crazy.
Absolutely one of the
That
best.
shit is crazy. He's not a better passer than Rajon Rondo. He ain't a better passer than Jason Kidd. He ain't a better passer than Steve Nash. He ain't a better passer than Magic, John Stockton. What's the motherfucker who goddamn his name right there. The motherfucker, he ain't a better passer than Russell Westbrook nor James Harden. The motherfucker who had the triple doubles first, Oscar Robertson. He ain't a better passer than Oscar Robertson. I don't think he a better passer than Chris Webber, who was on his own goddamn team.
Child, please. Ain't no win here.
He ain't a better passer than Arvydas Sabonis. He ain't a better passer than goddamn the Joker.
All them niggas that you said is better passers than LeBron James.
No, they not. Not all of them.
Everybody that you said is a better passer.
No, not all of them. Not all of them.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever seen LeBron James do a no-look pass where he didn't look at the nigga first and then turn his head and then look at the nigga and then act like he wasn't looking but still was looking out the corner of his eye?
Bro, most of the dudes who make the no-look passes saw the dude first. Like stop it. Magic tricked y'all making y'all think he ain't see the nigga, but he saw him.
Magic had real loud peripherals. LeBron,
and you know what? The cameras wasn't as good back then to show you his eyes, zoom in on his eyes to let you know that just because his head is turned one way, that nigga eyes was looking at the dude over there. So I mean, look, you can see every expression on these dudes' faces nowadays. You couldn't see that back in the 80s, you know, but trust me.
Nah, bro. This is what I'm saying, bro. Okay. LeBron would have in the half-court offense a nigga on the wing at the three-point line and be driving down the front and then look at the nigga and then turn his head. He look at the nigga to the right, turn his head to the left, and then still have half of his face looking to the right and then pass the ball like it's a no look. Bitch, you looking right at the man. Nigga, you looking right at the man. We see you. It's not even a no look pass. You didn't even look off the defense. The whole defense standing right in front of you, bro. You didn't trick nobody, bro. You just made your head look like it was fancy, and it was not fancy at all. LeBron James is a good passer. He's not a great passer. He's not a great passer. No shape, form, or fashion is this nigga ever be considered in the same breath with Penny Hardaway, White Chocolate, Jason Kidd, Rajon Rondo, nobody, bro. Nobody, bro. It's just not happening. Sloppy Divock or Vita Sabonis, he can't be in the same category with some of these niggas, man. Now, Now, what he can have, I'm gonna tell you what I will give LeBron. I will give LeBron elite passing in this sense. He knows what the defense is gonna do, and his ability to have extra supreme gravity and know how the defense is gonna play him, and him being a savant offensively and defensively, knowing everybody's plays makes him a great passer. But his ability to dribble the ball from a full complete dribble off of exact full complete dribble move, when the ball hit his hand, whip it any direction, anywhere on the court, off the bounce. He not fucking with no Jay Will, bro. And my whole point of making this statement is Magic Johnson and John Stockton. If you have a choice out of Magic Johnson and John Stockton, both of which can do exactly the thing I said. Magic Johnson and John Stockton can be dribbling in the middle of a full dribble, and as soon as your man turn his foot, they can whip that ball anywhere on the court. Mind you, yeah, they knew what they were doing when they were dribbling the ball, but I'm not talking about the manipulate the defense do what I thought you were going to do, and then I make the pass. I'm talking about the somebody made a move, and right when the ball hit my hand, I just spun it. I just spun that shit like Patrick Mahomes into a fit the ball into a tight spot. Two players that's the very top of the passing game. Magic Johnson, John Stockton, the top two passers of all time. I mean, besides Pistol Pete. But that's a story for another day. But let's just leave it at Magic Johnson and John Stockton. Which one are you gonna take? The one that look good?
It ain't about looking good. The only reason why I'm gonna take Magic is because of his size. He's
Shrink him down.
6'9".
Shrink him down. Shrink him to the same height as John Stockton. They say the
I
nigga was.
can't. You can't shrink him down. You can't shrink him down.
No, you can't.
His size gives him a clear advantage over John Stockton.
No,
So
no. We ain't talking about that. Let's say you finna go shoot hoops. You finna go hoop yourself, or you finna go watch basketball. You got two people that pass the ball equally the same goodness, but one of them look good, one of them look bland. Which one are you
I'm gonna
taking?
go. I'm gonna go now. If I gotta watch him, it's equal because I love John Stockton's overall game, his shooting ability, along with his passing, him running the offense, was a thing to behold. Now again, Magic had the flair to his game, but he wasn't the shooter that John Stockton was. Seeing John Stockton come off them pick and rolls and hit them mid ranges or hit them catch and shoot threes and stuff like that, bro. It was amazing to watch. It was fun to watch. Just like Steve Nash. Steve Nash's overall game is what made it fun. Him running full speed, making them pass, but also at any point he can come off that pick and roll and drain that shot. When he took it, you pretty much knew he was gonna make it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That's equally as beautiful as seeing, a dude, come down with the one hand and he got the ball and he, whipping it over his head and all that. Like, okay.
The Steve Nash and Magic Johnson put together. In a sense, he was a little bit of both of them. Now let's not cut Steve Nash. Let's not. He was the short Magic Johnson, and he wasn't just doing no regular chest passes. That nigga was doing some real shit.
He had some lob threats, so I guess that made it look different.
Passes, he did the elbow pass
he had Stoudemire, and he had Sean Marion.
He did the elbow shit in the game, like Jay Will. He did the elbow shit in the game.
I don't remember.
I think he did. I think Steve Nash did the elbow shit in the game like White
I don't remember him doing that in the game.
I think he did, bro. I think he did that.
I mean, he could have. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying I don't remember Steve Nash doing that.
Yeah, Steve Nash was nasty, bro. Steve Nash was nasty.
Yeah, he was. But that's why I said, so I could, pay to watch Magic or John Stockton or a Steve Nash, and they games weren't exactly the same. It was different, but I could take pleasure out of watching either one of those great passers play. I think you trying to downgrade LeBron and his passing ability, but I mean, and I'm not even a LeBron fan.
Man, okay.
But he is a very, very good passer of the basketball, bro. Like he just is. If you talk about this era of basketball, I think that the three best passes of the era, and I'm not talking about 40-year-old LeBron, I'm talking about, 5-7 years ago. It was James Harden, LeBron James, and Chris Paul. Those were, and I'm not saying it in that order, but those were the best passes of that particular era.
Look, at the end of the day, and you just said something that's important too. Chris Paul. Because Chris Paul,
yeah, he had a John Stockton. He had a John Stockton type game.
He had a John
or
Stockton.
Steve Nash type game.
Exactly. He had a John Stockton type game, but Chris Paul's ball handling was so elite, like Steve Nash. His ball handling was so elite that it made his passing better, which, I guess that go because to me, this is the thing. When people say this right here, and I guess this is on a whole nother note. When people say best ball handlers of all time, and they don't put in passers, they just put in patters. I don't think that's fair because passing is the most essential part of is the second most essential part of ball handling. The first part is not losing the ball when you're trying to do something with it. The second part of it is when I have to get it off my hand, other than shoot it, do I, am I doing it efficiently? So it's one of the reasons why when people say best ball handlers of all time, I always say, why y'all don't put Pistol Pete and white chocolate in there? You just automatically, first of all, obviously it's Skip to my Lou. Skip to my Lou is obviously the best ball handler of all time. Okay, that's done.
I don't know about that.
That's done. That's done. I'm not even going to talk to nobody about that. We're not even going to argue with nobody about that. The best ball handler.
I don't know about that though.
Yeah, the best ball handlers already admit that.
Because honestly, I think White Chocolate was a better ball handler than Skip to my Lou.
Well, Kenny Smith and them and niggas
I don't care about no goddamn Kenny Smith, man.
Kenny Smith and them and niggas that seen him play
from New York. They from the same city as Skip to my Lou. They pick a nigga from their city. Okay.
Hey, listen.
Okay.
Niggas that seen him play and they seen all the ball handlers that do all the tricks, they acknowledge him as the best ball handler. He played for the Rockets. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go with it because I fuck with Skip to my Lou. I ain't gonna argue with it. I'm not gonna put Kyrie over Skip to my Lou just because people all of a sudden want to try to push Skip to my Lou out the thing because Kyrie was more popular. But I notice how everybody try to say Kyrie the best ball handler all of a sudden, and they want to leave Skip to my Lou out the talk, out the conversation. But they do that to all the Rockets. Notice this. Notice what I'm telling you. Whenever a Rocket is the greatest at something, they'll find another way to get anybody in there so they can put somebody in over that Rocket. Who's the best defender of all time?
Hakeem.
Now, we know that. I know that. You know that. But what they doing now? Trying to squeeze Dwight Howard in there over Elijah Warren.
But again, so it's some conversations that have merit, and there's other conversations that you shouldn't take serious, and that's one of them. You shouldn't take no conversation serious when they trying to put Dwight Howard in the same category as Dream.
But all they got to do is squeeze Dwight Howard in there a little bit, so that they
Yeah,
can
but that don't make it a serious conversation though.
so they can squeeze Wemby in there or Anthony Edwards in there and be like, oh yeah, this right here nigga the best defender ever. That's all they trying to do. It's just a way to try to get it away from a Houston Rocket. Because if you say Akeem Olajuwon is the best defender ever, guess what you can't do? You can't make Shaq be the best center ever.
Yeah, but I don't think nobody has Shaq as the best center ever.
Well, they try to say Kareem, Wilt, Shaq over Dream. And you can't put Shaq over Dream if Dream is the best defensive player of all times.
Yeah, but see, you know that the thing with Shaq is with them putting him above Akeem is his scoring ability and his rings. That's what that boils down to. That's why they putting him above Dream. It's not, necessarily skill set for skill set when you're talking about these players. Shaq, was like putting up over 30 a game in the playoffs. Like his point totals was astronomical, especially for a big man. And then the fact that he won 4 titles. Dream won 2. He was Finals MVP 4 times or 3 times. So that's what that boils down to. Yeah, I don't think it's player for player or skill set for skill set.
Yeah, but
because if you're talking about skill sets, then yeah, Dream is the better player. If you're talking about careers, then you kind of have to give it to Shaq. He had a better career than Dream did.
Yeah.
But I'm still if when I'm putting together my top 10 or whatever, I'm still putting Dream above Shaq. That's just me.
Like I say, if you talk about centers to me, and you don't say Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain, you get the fuck out my face. You get the fuck out my face before you. And the only which way we can have a conversation is you say Akeem Olajuwon is arguably the best center in the world. And I can make an argument that he's better than Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell. That's the only thing you can do. Other than that, I don't want to hear shit about it. Don't tell me about no Kareem. Don't tell me about no Shaq. I don't want to hear no Dwight Howard, Vitas Sabonis, no Killer Jokic, Victor Wembanyama, Zubran Silgauskas. None of that shit. I don't hear none of that shit. No Anderson Varejao, none of Joakim Noah, none of them niggas ain't fucking with Olajuwon. I ain't even trying to hear that shit. I ain't never seen nobody run down no point guard and block their shot before they get the layup off. You can't tell me nothing about nobody until you tell me, hey, I seen an African run down a point guard full speed. The point guard was running full speed. The African was running full speed. He was halfway at the court. Ran down the point guard, one of the best ball handlers of all time. Ran him down and blocked this shit into the 5th row. You ain't never seen that shit. Don't tell me nothing. But with that being said, still, Alfred Sengun, Reed Shepard, I say they equal in passing. But with that being said, if you want to argue that Reed Shepard is, I wouldn't even argue with you about if Reed Shepard the best passer on the team right now. I wouldn't. I would say LP still got him by a little bit. Reason why I would say this is because he done played professional, MVP of the Turkish League, which is a prominent league in the world. Damn near won the shit again this year. Damn near got them niggas to the championship this year. He's a leader as a passer. He's shown that he proved it. Yes, he got the fancy passes. He can look. He can look around, wrap around, pass, interior, exterior, run the offense, top of the key, pocket pass, whip across the. He can do all the shit. But I saw something tonight from Reed Shepard, which is why I even brought it up. I saw something tonight from Reed Shepard that to most people don't stick out, but it stick out to me because I'm a basketball connoisseur, and I tell you what it was. Reed Shepard drove, and he waited until the defense moved. He jumped, which you don't supposed to do, but he knew he had to jump in order to fake the pass, and then he tried to throw the pass baseline. I think Josh
Yeah,
Okogie on the
yeah,
way,
to go in the corner. Yeah,
and the dude slapped the ball and it went out of bounds. That was an exceptional pass because he didn't have nowhere to go. He drew the defender all the way in, and he threw the ball, and it didn't get stolen. That was an exceptional pass.
but he threw it away.
Where he tried to throw it to a Kogi, and
Yeah, yeah. It was a good idea,
no,
but
no, 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 no. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. It was a great pass because any 9 out of 10 people, that's a turnover.
it was a turnover.
No, it was a turnover because it went out of bounds. But I mean, 9 out of 10 people, that's a stolen ball. But it wasn't a turnover because they knocked the ball out and we got the
No,
ball back.
no.
Listen now. They knocked the ball out of bounds and we got the
I'm
ball.
telling you, EF. I'm telling you, they reviewed the play. He just threw it out of bounds.
No, the dude hit the
I
ball.
know the play you talking. No, we did not get the ball. They got it. They ruled the pass. They ruled it out on them. They challenged it, and it was overruled. Like he literally just threw the ball out of bounds. The idea was right, but what I've been saying, I don't know that his hands is big enough where he could have put some spin on that ball or whatever. But he tried to make that pass, and it ended up his arm went underneath the arm of the defender, and he just ended up just throwing the ball out of bounds.
Okay,
So
so
they kept possession. But I know the play you're talking about. It was a good idea.
yeah, the dude fouled him. At any rate, the dude didn't get to steal. Where most people, when you jump in the air like that, most people that's a steal. But he was able to draw the man in, try to throw the pass, and the pass didn't get stole. And some kind of way, the defender interfered with the pass. He didn't just throw the ball out of bounds. The reason why I know that is because the ball didn't go before feet. So something happened. The man either hit his arm or hit the ball, did something because the ball didn't even go further enough for him to have just thrown it without any interference. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I say his arm went underneath the defender's arm.
Okay.
So maybe if the defender not there, he can get that pass to Kogi. He the follow through can have it to where it get there, but the pass didn't get there, and so it really where he just threw it away.
Okay. Okay.
Again, it was a good idea, but he wasn't able to pull it off.
Okay. 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 I can see that. But that to me, that pass in and of itself, that was I want to say that was an elite pass moment, not an elite pass completed, but it was an elite pass moment. That was a very Steve Nash like play. That was a change of pace going to the goal, right? It was a soon as the ball come, boom, I'm gone. First of all, he did the turn my back, pat, 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 and instead of turning his back and pick the ball up, which was the thing I was talking about earlier. Turn my back, pat, pat, pat down low, boom, drive to the goal, and then change the pace, slow down, let the defense get a defense time to come. I just made 2 shots on you in the paint. You got to contest me. If you don't contest me, I'm gonna hit this layup. The defense come, and now I jump and whip it across the court because I already know he over there. But I was finna really get this bucket if y'all didn't come. But since y'all came, let me throw this pass. And that was a very Steve Nash like play to me. Now, like you said earlier, when he gets in the lab this off season, it actually gets some definition, put on a little, hopefully he don't put on too much weight, but just, do a bunch of uh red blood cell shit, You know what I mean? Get his quick twitch better. Because what he really needs is quick twitch. That's why John Stockton had a long career as he had, because he developed that quick twitch. He developed that cut up like Bruce Lee type shit. And that's what Reed Shepard need. He need that cut up like Bruce Lee type shit. And when he get that, shit. Hey, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he gotta get some more sand in his pants, man. Too often people can drive it, and even if he's right there with them, they give him a little bump. He just goes flying away from them.
true.
And so he needs to be able to withstand the bump and still be in position where he can contest, where he can knock the ball out their hand, because he got quick hands. And so he can get deflections and stuff like that, but he gotta be able to absorb the bump and still keep himself in guarding position.
Yeah.
So that's why I say he gonna have to add some weight. He gonna have to get stronger. And if I'm him, I'm just in the off season, we know he can shoot threes, especially on the catch and shoot threes. But he has to get a mid range shot that's gonna be automatic. The floater look good. His mid range jump shots is being off lately. So if he can get his mid ranges and his floaters as money, along with his 3-point shooting, and he can get stronger, then yeah, he gonna make it extremely tough to take him off the court. Because otherwise, he caused too much havoc on the court with getting steals and deflections and blocks and stuff.
Which he had none of tonight. Which he
Right,
didn't.
but he only played like 18 minutes.
Yeah, he played 18 minutes. He didn't have no action. He had to get no love tonight on no defensive shit. Let me ask you this right here. Other than us just getting the Lakers, even if we get the Lakers, which I think would be a great thing for the LeBron and Kevin Durant, you know, how you say rematch. You know what I mean? I think that'd be a great thing. But other than us getting the Lakers, do you see any possibility of us making it out the first round?
Yeah, if we get the Lakers, yeah, I could see us making it out the first round. I do believe, and you're gonna disagree with this, but I do believe we're gonna have to be able to find some minutes for DFS against the Lakers, because we're gonna need to be able to throw bodies at LeBron. Bodies not named Armin Thompson. So I know we can throw Tari at him. We could throw Jabari at him.
But Jeff Green, man, they're the same age.
No. DFS, with his size, length, and body type, could be another body that we could throw, and we can't throw Jay-Sean Tate at him. We can't throw Josh Okogie at him. He's just too big and too imposing, and I don't want to put Armin on him, because even though Armin got the height and the length, he don't got the girth, and they'll give LeBron a bunch of touch fouls on Armin. So if we can implement DFS into that series to be another body to throw at LeBron, we can kind of wear LeBron out and make it tougher on him, especially if he's not gonna have somebody else to really orchestrate the offense and to consistently get them points. What we want to do is we want to put it on LeBron to have to score 35 and also give them 12 assists a game. But if you put enough bodies on LeBron, then you can wear LeBron out, where in the fourth quarter he'll have no legs and he'll turn it down, from maxing himself out.
Yeah.
And he'll just do. But he gonna try. The one thing that he gonna try to do is not get swept.
He's cycling off his what's it called now. So he in full Barry Bonds mode right now. Ain't nothing you can do about that. He been cycling off his shit for the past 3 weeks. So he in full Barry Bonds. Ain't nothing you can do about him now. You know what I mean? When he get that Barry Bonds in there, it's on and popping. But I mean, other than the Lakers, is it anybody you think we can beat?
Not in the top.
6, 7.
Okay, so you take us out, that's 5 teams. You take out the Lakers, so that's 4 teams. That's OKC, Denver, Minnesota, and who else?
Oh shit. Let me see. Let me check it out right now. So standings, Westerns. Okay. So you got Thunder, Spurs, Nuggets, Lakers, Rockets, T-Wolves in the top 6. Okay. Then Trailblazers, Clippers, and then Golden State gonna win 2 playing games. They're gonna win theirs. So basically, it's looking like it's gonna be Clippers, Warriors, Suns, Timberwolves, Lakers, Nuggets, Spurs, Thunder. If we move to the 4,
We're not moving to 4.
we locked at the 5.
Yeah, LA beat Phoenix tonight, and with us losing, that puts them basically a game and a half up on us for the 4th spot. Even if they lost the next game and we won, we'd still be at 5.
Well, we one game behind them. We one game behind the Lakers, and I
Yeah,
think
but they won the tiebreaker.
they won.
That's why I said a game and a half.
Okay, yeah, you're right. 10-7 in the division. We 9-6. Okay, so they basically the 4th, and we basically the 5th.
Well, they still got a chance at the third at number 3.
Shit.
They still got a chance at number 3. Denver still could realistically fall to the 4th seed.
And then we'll be playing Denver instead of the Lakers.
Yeah.
What you think about that matchup?
We're gonna get our ass beat. We're gonna get our ass beat. Jokic is gonna have a freaking field day. Maybe if we had Steven Adams over a 7-game series, we could have made it tough on him. That don't mean we was gonna win, but we could have made it tough on him. Throw some bodies at Harris. Ain't that his name?
Yeah.
Threw different bodies at him. And maybe possibly made it a better series, but Al-P and Clint Capella against Joker,
not a good look. Not a good look.
Yeah, he gonna average like a 37-point triple double.
We're gonna put Armin on Joker. I'm gonna tell you right now what we're gonna do. I can tell you right off the bat.
We're not putting the Armin on no damn Joker, bro. Stop it.
If you notice the last game, how many times Armin was on Joker, because of the simple fact, and I'm gonna tell you just like I've been saying, bro, because of the simple fact that they made this narrative that what's his name? Caruso D'd up Joker, everybody is putting these smaller guards on Joker. Because of the fact that they made this narrative that Alex Caruso then D'd up Nikola effing Jokic, that everybody thinks now all we gotta do is put our best guard wing defender on Joker, and we can contend with him. And that's what we did last game. We had Armin playing Joker, several possessions, and he did a good job on it. But it's not gonna work in the playoff, bro. He's not going for that same shit twice, bro. Same shit don't work twice. Same shit don't work twice. It's just not gonna happen.
We're not putting Armin on Joker, bro.
I'm more scared of the Timberwolves than I am of the Nuggets. The if the Timberwolves, they're not finna pass us up no kind of way. They're 3 games behind us. So it's definitely the Nuggets or the Lakers. And our biggest problem is quick guard penetration. I don't know how we managed to beat the 76ers like we did. It was just a fluke game to me because players when guard play is strong, we don't look good, bro. When guard play is good, we don't look good. And with Jamal Murray being the kind of guard that can just get off for a flurry of buckets, that's a hard look for us, bro. Jamal Murray is a hard look for us. Stephon Castle, hard look for us. Shea Alexander, impossible feat. We saw it tonight with DiVincenzo and Mike Conley Jr. Just a hard look for us. You know, the Suns we can beat because they don't have no super quick, scoring guards that can just. I mean, they got Jalen Green, but he not that super fast. The Clippers with Darius Garland, they smacking us.
Man, you better knock it off.
Man, Darius Garland will smack the shit out of us,
Man,
bro.
you better knock it off.
Man, I'm telling you, Darius Garland will smack the shit out of us. I'm telling you, bro. Our
So
biggest problem.
why he was getting smacked the whole time he was in Cleveland? I don't know the last time Cleveland beat us, bro.
Darius Garland been hurt every playoff time, bro.
I'm talking about against us. He was in the Eastern Conference. We played him twice. He wasn't hurt every time. We didn't win against him. We smacked him with Jalen Green on our team.
Because Jalen Green quicker.
Man, stop it.
Jalen Green 6'4", 6'5", and quick, bro.
Okay, and so what you think Armin is?
Not Armin is one now, but what's Reed Shepard?
No, I'm saying it. Armin on Darius Garland. What is Darius Garland gonna do against Armin?
If you put Armin on Darius Garland, who holding Kawhi?
Your boy Tari, right? Your boy can't.
You trolling, bro. You trolling, bro. I know.
Nah, you said this nigga is the best defender on the team.
Second best defender on the team. He not better than Armin.
Well, you said early this year that he was the best defender on the team. That's what you said. I had to tell you he wasn't better than Armin.
He was better than Armin.
So you okay? It don't matter. You mean to tell me that Torrey can't hold the dime man against Kawhi?
Ain't nobody holding Kawhi. There's not a player in the league that can hold Kawhi.
Well, your boy Torrey should be able to slow him down, bro.
He can slow him down.
Okay, well then Armin can be on Garland.
But that means we don't have our 3-point shooter on the court.
Who's our 3-point shooter?
Reed.
Why?
Because if we got Armin on the court and we got Tari on the court, that means Reed on the bench. Because according
Reed can run a point offensively. We talking about defensively. We can put him on somebody. We could put Reed Shepard on somebody else.
According to you, we need Kevin Durant to shoot 18 shots.
That's right.
We don't need Kevin Durant to shoot 18 shots, bro. If Kevin Durant not going to shoot 22 shots in the playoff, just come off the bench, bro.
Man, stop trolling, bro.
If Kevin Durant is not going to shoot 22 shots in the playoffs, bro, just come off.
If he going to come off the bench, then our starting unit going to be putting up like 12 points a quarter.
Hell nah, bro. Hell nah.
Hey, yeah, especially in the playoffs. Especially in the playoffs with the intensity and how they experience. Remember last year how they let everybody get physical? They gonna pressure the ball and get physical, man. And you take Kevin Durant out the starting lineup. What is our offense gonna do? We're gonna have 13 turnovers and 12 points.
Well, I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen. I can tell you exactly what's gonna happen. Kevin Durant is gonna come out and he gonna score decent. He gonna score decent, but he gonna take him a little while to warm up because nigga gonna be high. A nigga gonna be high in the first quarter. It's gonna take him about 2-3 shots to get warmed up. By that time, we down by like 5 or 6 points. He start to cook. Our defense gonna have to start shutting people down. We slowly close the distance. Reed Shepard, get off. Hit a couple threes. Jabbar get off and hit a couple threes. Now we got a ball game. Kevin Durant ain't gonna really he's gonna only pace us to where we can be paced with another team. That's the problem. My problem I have with Kevin Durant. Listen, I know I be sounding like I'm just bashing the hell out this nigga, man. I'm not bashing the nigga. I'm just saying that his consistency is not really it's not a minus at all. At all, it's not a minus. But it's not a plus. It's not like a Kobe or a Penny or a Reggie or somebody who coming in that's really swing the game. He don't really swing a game. I haven't seen Kevin Durant swing one game this season. He hasn't swung a game for us.
That's ridiculous.
Tell me the game where Kevin Durant was the deciding factor in the game.
But we just played yesterday.
Philadelphia.
Okay. That's the game.
He was the deciding factor.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We blew them niggas out by like 50 points, bro.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. That team was within 5 points with 4 minutes to go.
That's because they came back from like 40, bro.
That's right. And they was finna win that damn game. We could not score. We didn't. We went 5 minutes without scoring in the fourth quarter.
And then his consistency.
He hit a three that pushed the lead to 8. The very next possession, Holiday hit a 3. 2 possessions later, KD hit the last 3. That ended the game.
Let me ask you.
But that first 3 swung the momentum back in our favor for us to be able to leave up out of there with a win.
Yeah, but if you got the best score, one of the best scorers of all time on your team, do you feel like if a team is down by 10, 15 points, that they should really, really, really supposed to be able to get back in that game if he's keeping his foot on their neck?
Well, he was on the bench. I mean, he does have to rest. And when you up big, the idea really is to pull him out the game and he don't have to come back, that you can sustain the lead. The fact that we could not sustain the lead further implies that what he provides to this team is definitely needed.
It's needed. It's needed. But I posit that what he provides to this team could very well be supplemented by a heavy dose of Reed Shepard shooting a hell of a lot of shots. Because a lot of times, like you say, a lot of times trying to get the ball to Kevin Durant for 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds is swing the ball, Reed Shepard, get an open shot, shoot that bitch, make it or miss it, come back down, shoot that bitch, make it or miss it, come back down, shoot that bitch, make it or miss it. And within them 3 shots, Reed Shepard will get you 3 points. And it might take only 24 seconds to do all that shit, but it might take you 6 or 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds just for Kevin Durant to get you 2 points.
Yeah, but Kevin Durant can get you that 2 points 3 times in a row, which still equals up to 24 seconds.
You see what I'm saying? And Reed Shepard might get you 3 points in
24 seconds.
Now he might get you 3 points in 4 seconds. And you might get 4 shots. You might get 4 shots. You might get 4 whole shots in 24 seconds if Reed Shepard shooting the ball.
Who's getting Reed Shepard open for all these shots? Because again, the problem, and I spoke on him getting stronger. as defensive, but that's also an offensive issue
True.
because he don't have the strength that when he tries to drive and somebody gives him a little bump or puts their hands on him, where he can't always turn the corner on them guys.
That's true. Now that's damn so true.
Yeah, so if we just saying that we gonna get these shots from Bree Shepard, how is he getting open to take all these shots?
He just gotta get, like you say, man. He just gotta be quick. He gotta remember to be quick, be fast. Continue to play with speed. Not allow people to dictate where he want to get his shots from, because ultimately, the one thing I can tell you about Reed Shepard is when he's getting to the cup, he getting downhill a little bit. He'll find a way. I'm gonna tell you something. What I would like to know. I would like to know how many layups, how many shots was within 5 feet have he missed this year?
How many what?
How many shots within 5 feet have Reed Shepard missed this year?
A lot.
I don't know.
He done missed a lot of them, bro. He went through that stretch early where he was trying to shoot the floaters. He was missing all of them. You know what I'm saying? He didn't miss quite a few layups. You know what I'm saying? Hell, he missed 2 or 3 layups tonight.
He missed like 2.
Yeah, yeah. I know he missed 2 or 3 of them. So I mean, he didn't miss a lot of those shots. That's why I say that mid range, getting stronger, putting on some weight, and getting his mid range, as next to automatic is going to be the most important things for him this offseason. Yeah, you still want to work on your 3. I think that him coming from college to the NBA, the switch has been him taking more shots off the dribble. I don't think that's something that he did a whole lot in Duke. It's something that he gonna have to really, continue to work on and get better. He better this year than he was last year, right? So
Yeah.
we're gonna need him to keep improving of being able to shoot off the dribble, especially from range, at a good clip. And he's 39% 3-point shooter. That's good. We want him to get more consistent with that. But the most important thing is in that mid range. A lot of teams is gonna play him over the top. They're gonna come over the pick. They're gonna, play him real high off the 3-point line. So he needs to be able to get to certain spots inside the 3-point line and be able to make them shots at a high clip.
Yeah. I can dig it. I can dig. He definitely got to be able to make the mid range and to be able to have good shot selection as far as am I gonna go to my floater? Am I gonna go to my mid range pull up? And then again, like I say, that shooting the ball drifting to the side sometimes is just unnecessary. Sometimes that shooting the ball drifting to the side it blows me, bro. I don't understand why you come across you know, you come across the 3-point line and you go into your right and you got to float to the side instead of just coming down, plant your feet, go straight up and shoot the ball. Just go straight up and shoot the ball, bro. You never seen Calvin Murphy coming down and he gonna go for a 15-foot Jimmy and he drifting to the side, floating to the side and all that shit. You just come straight down, make move that do roll. Come straight down, jump straight up, shoot the ball. You don't have to float to the side and hope that the ball magically go towards the rim and all that shit. Some of that shit is it just don't make no sense. I'll tell you something that I realized about our team, bro.
Yeah.
We don't have a 0 7-footer on our team. We don't have not a now. Do you realize that Clint Capella and Jabari Smith Jr. is the same height?
Yeah. They're both
Clint Capella,
6'11.
huh?
They're both 6'11.
No, they both 6'10. Kevin Durant and Steven Adams is the only player. Oh, they got Jabari Smith at 6'11. When did that nigga grow an inch? That nigga ain't never been 6'11" in my life. But
Yeah, yes, he was. Yes, he was.
that nigga 6'10" like a motherfucker, bro.
Nah, he's 6'11".
That nigga,
Because after his first year, they were saying that they thought he had grew an inch and moved to 7 foot. They said the same thing about LP too.
yeah, they said LP that they thought he was 7 foot, but Jabbar Smith was 6'10" coming in college. That nigga looked the exact same now that he did when he was in college, bro. Maybe he got a little bit stronger, but that nigga ain't grew no inch, bro. That nigga ain't grew no inch. If he did, okay, he's 6'11". But let's see. 15-6, 45% field goal. Is that good? Is 45% field goal shooting good for Jabbar Smith Jr.?
It's okay. I mean, it should be better, but to be truth be told, he's a perimeter shooter.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So he kind of have a guard shooting diet. He he don't do a whole lot of shots in the paint. He don't do post ups and stuff like that. His game is all jump shots. So I mean, I don't think it's bad at all. You would want it to be closer to 50%, around 48, 49%. You would want it to be there. But again, since he's primarily a jump shooter, 45% from the field, what he had, 38, 39% from three.
Yeah.
That's pretty. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Let me ask you this. Well, for one, hey, Josh Okogie and Anthony Edwards be doing some of these niggas be doing gang handshakes, dog. I wonder if they know what the hell they be doing. They be doing these little gang handshakes. Do you think Josh Okogie and Anthony Edwards know anything about some gang handshakes? Or they just be doing fly shit because it look fly?
Yeah, it's just little made up handshakes they do, locking it up and shit like that. They don't know what it means. Like, if you saying do they know that they making blood and crip handshakes? No.
Okay. Because I'm like, that's an odd combination to be in the gang. Because I know if I'm in the gang and Josh Okogie in my gang, I gotta wonder about these niggas, man.
Hey
Which
man,
one?
you don't know what Josh Kogan be doing out in them streets, man.
Which one? Hey, let me tell you something. I had a homeboy that was from Libya. I was from Libya, and them Africans, like niggas be from foreign countries, shit like that. They be going through real shit. And my homeboy was in the war when he was like 12, 13, 14, 15, and I think no, yeah, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 years old. They was in the war in Libya. And when he got out the war at 16 and came to America at 17, was his first time not being in a war as a teenager. So that being said, I'm just saying, yeah, niggas be on some real shit. Niggas do be active, but I ain't trying to say niggas be soft, but I'm like Josh and Kobe, you know, locking fingers with Anthony Edwards is like, I don't know, man. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. Which one of you niggas I trust in a real life situation? I don't know. I might have to call John Morant for my shit. I
Yeah,
need
no, you better not. Because when them feds show up at his door, your name the first one coming out his mouth. You better not go over there. And all that nigga toughness is for the camera, nigga. That ain't for no real life action, bro.
I need I need John with my shit. That nigga there throw a hand grenade on your ass. Okay. So look, you say Dorian Finney-Smith gonna have to get some burn in order for us to be successful. You think that's a mandatory situation that he's gonna have to actually be effective in order for us to get some burn? Or you saying that it just might be a good idea?
I think he gonna have to see some burn. His effectiveness is gonna have to be on the defensive end. Now, his shooting, his offense is has been probably the worst of his career.
You think?
Yeah.
Shit. This your king? Is this your king, nigga? This the nigga that you said was our second best defender.
Well, look, he is coming off an injury, off of surgery.
Yeah. Here we go with
You
this.
know, so
Here we go with this.
I think he rushed him. He rushed himself back. You know, he heard the talk. He heard what everybody was saying when they was like, "Where's DFS? Where's DFS? Where's DFS?" So I think he rushed himself back. I don't think that he's 100% fully healed and healthy off that surgery that he had in the off season. May have had a setback or two, but my hope is that what MA has been doing for the last 2 weeks, however long it's been, that he's now been giving those minutes to, you know, Jay Sean Tate and uh Holiday, and you know what I'm saying, he's been giving these other guys these minutes, was to give DFS a little bit of time to get himself together, get his body right. And so that hopefully, you know, by the time we come into the playoffs, he'll be somebody that we can put out there to give us that defense, that extra body. And that's I think is mostly important for this particular lineup. If we was playing Denver, I don't think it's the same way.
Okay.
Right? But against the Lakers and LeBron, even if Luka was playing, I would think that we would need that extra wing and kind of have Armin, you know, guard Austin Reeves, you know, Murray, you know what I'm saying? Put him on those type of guys, the guards, the quicker dudes. Put him on those guys where he can, you know, kind of use his size and his length to bother those guys, and still be able to, you know, do what he want to do offensively. Trying to put him on LeBron or on Luka, you know, that'll be more of a detriment to him than anything else.
I'm gonna tell you like this right here. Dorian Finney-Smith ain't never been nobody on my radar. The fact that we picked him up this year instead of getting a scorer that can score the basketball, a 6-man that can create for itself, was amazing to me. I never understood why we did that. I do understand it because I know I kind of understand Ime, you know, with the Jeff Van Gundy, Greg Popovich, Tim, you know, Tom Thibodeau kind of mentality, this conservative smash mouth style of play. You know, I get it, but by the same token, I'm like, you know, all right, whatever the case may be. All right, I'm not gonna knock Charlie. I'm not gonna knock Dorian Finney-Smith. What I'm gonna say is this: is that at the end of the day, at this point in the season, how many games we got left?
One
more game left. So shit, I said 13 games. No, we got five more games left in the season. We're gonna make these 5 games our best game of the year. Best 5 games of the year. We're gonna try to make these streams firecracker hot. Wanna try to get to I need to try to get 4, 5, 6 subs out of every stream, hopefully. Appreciate everybody that's been coming through with the views, man. I've been getting a lot of views, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't been crazy, but you know, I've been getting steady views, and I appreciate everybody coming through with the views. Now, with that being said, remember what I said? Wait and see if we see Kevin Durant in the corner shooting threes. Remember when we had that conversation? I said we're gonna play a couple of West Coast teams. If we don't see Kevin Durant in the corner shooting threes against these West Coast teams, Ime holding an ace in the hole. Ime got tricks up his sleeves for the playoffs. I don't expect to see him do it in game 1. I expect Ime to hold that Kevin Durant in the corner for maybe a game 3. Now, watch your boy, man. Watch your boy, because you know, the reason you fuck with me, KOD, because you know I know what the hell I be talking about. I might say some shit that you don't agree with sometimes, but you know I know who's, bro. You know I know what I be talking about. Watch. Game 1, game 2, he gonna do his regular 1-2 punch. Veer right, veer left, 6 plays, split like Novocaine. He gonna do his regular 1-2 punch. Game 3, if he start to get sketchy, watch don't we see Kevin Durant sitting in these corners shooting threes, shooting long layups from the corners. Because that's his ace in the hole that ain't nobody prepared for. He's been holding that card at least since February. At least since late February, he been holding that card. And he haven't been letting people see that play. And it's exactly what I thought. When we had that conversation, I said, you know what? He might do it once or twice more between now and the end of the season. But we only saw him do that shit one time all season long. Just like we saw him do that shit one time in the playoff last year to get Jalen Green going. We saw him do that shit one time. And that was when Kevin Durant broke that record. I expect to see Ime Udoka deploy that strategy when times get hard, when the going get tough, and it don't seem like he got no other way to get Kevin Durant the ball. That's why he's letting Reed Shepard try to go get your paper, Reed. LP, go get your paper. Amin, go get your paper. Jabari, go get your paper. He's deploying these niggas one at a time and telling them go get your paper. And looking at them and saying, okay, if we play this type of basketball, we can win. If we play this type of basketball, we can win. If we play this type of basketball, this person can be successful. And the thing we saw tonight is that Amin can score at will. Amin can score at will if the referees be fair. For one, he ain't scared to get physical with you. He'll mix it up with you. He'll take the draw to contact. He'll run in your chest, run in your mouth, all that good shit, Paul. Amin ain't scared. But what we never saw tonight was Kevin Durant sitting in the Josh Okogie spot. It's Kevin Durant sitting in the Dorian Finney-Smith spot. We never saw him doing that. He was always at the top of the key. It was no reason at times. And I wish I could, without YouTube flagging me, because they like to flag a nigga now every time I pull up a damn highlight or anything. They like to flag a nigga. But I wish I could go back and show you how many times the baseline was open and Kevin Durant was at the top of the 3-point line when he could have drifted down in that corner easily. So it was times where he was running plays that wasn't even the actual plays that he's going to be running in the playoff, but Kevin Durant was still not dropping down into that corner 3 that I expect. It's going to be some games in this first round. And here's my take. If we see Kevin Durant going into that corner 3, we'll make it to the second round. If we make it into the second round and that corner 3, Kevin Durant is cooking, and if Reed Shepard takes the same kind of jump that Amin took last year, that play under the bright lights, the shit kick in and my adrenaline pumping, and I'm shooting the ball with. If Reed Shepard make the same incremental jump that Amin Thompson made last year, and Ime pulls that ace in the hole, pull that ace out of his pocket, and start playing Kevin Durant in the corner, what that's going to do is open up the floor allow Armin to get downhill even faster and better. It's gonna open up the middle of the lane for Alper Shangon. It's gonna still have Reed Shepard out here shooting threes with Jabari Smith. And Jabari and Armin shooting threes at the top, and KD switching back and forth in the corner for shoot threes. I still think we can make it to the Western Conference Finals.
Hell no.
But it's gonna take all that.
Nah, bro. Not this year.
I think we can do it. I think we can make it to the Western
Second
Conference
round.
Finals.
Second round will be against OKC. how we getting to the Western Conference Finals? You know, our second round, if we get past the first round, our second round is against OKC.
Automatically, just because we in the 5.
Yes, the 4-5 plays the winner of the 1-8.
Which is gonna be OKC versus Golden State.
Yeah.
And you don't think Golden State can beat
Hell
OKC?
no. Hell no.
You sleeping.
How I'm sleeping.
You sleeping on
You
something.
you think Steph Curry by himself gonna beat OKC?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think you can't never count that light skinned nigga out of shit.
Bullshit.
You can't never count that light skinned brother out, bro. Steph will shoot your ass, shoot your lights out, bro.
Yeah, not for 4 games against the best defense in basketball. One of the best offenses in basketball. They ain't got enough firepower. They don't got enough defense. They ain't got enough offense. Maybe if he had a legitimate sidekick. He don't even got Jimmy Butler with him.
He got Kristaps Porzingis and Draymond.
Man,
Kristaps. Let me tell you. Let me tell you how this could go. First of all, he got the best weapon of all, Steve Kerr. He got Steve Kerr on his bench.
hit the LeBron drop for me, please.
You have an inconsistency in your own argument, and that's another example of why I call you Michael Jordan fans.
You're a Michael Jordan
in your
fan.
own
He got Steve Kerr. That's how I know you're a Michael Jordan fan. Your damn arguments has no logical consistency to it. I can tell.
That nigga say you got Steve Kerr, you a Jordan fan, nigga, you automatically. Anytime you say Steve, hey, you say you like
Michael Jordan fan. That's right. That's right. Who did Michael Jordan choke? Steve Kerr. All right. Yeah.
Degrees of separation. But nah, listen. You got Steve Kerr on your bench. I don't think nobody gonna outcoach Steve Kerr. That's one thing. 2, Draymond Green. Lou Dortz versus Draymond Green. That's gonna be a matchup to watch because Draymond on Chet, Draymond all day. Draymond taking Chet out the game. Chet is not ready for Draymond. Okay. Now you got Shea 30, Shea 40 against Steph Curry 30, Steph Curry 40. All right.
You got J Dub 25, 28 against who?
Against Porzingis and Pozinski.
Porzingis soft as hell. He not gonna do nothing against Hartenstein.
Hey, nah, well listen. No. He gonna stretch. He gonna make Hartenstein come out and guard him. Hartenstein gonna have to go out there and guard Porzingis, which means open up the lane for Pods and Curry to get to the lane. And
Pods
then
ain't going no damn well.
Chet gotta contend with Draymond, and Draymond is gonna be at the high post. So that means that Chet not gonna be around the rim. Hartenstein gonna not be around the rim. It's gonna be a lot of layups for Golden State Warriors with their motion offense.
No, it's not. They gonna switch they gonna be doing a whole bunch of switching. And if they gonna put Caruso on Pods, you taking him completely out the damn series.
They're gonna put Gary Payton Jr. on Steph.
They're gonna put who?
Gary Payton Jr. on Steph, and Steph gonna cook the dog shit out
Gary
of.
Payton Jr. is on Steph's team, bro.
I mean, not GP2. I'm talking about Caruso. I'm talking about Caruso gonna be on Steph, bro, and Steph gonna cook him.
Steph, I just told you they're gonna be switching everything. That's all you got to do against Golden State's offense.
They don't got the
It's
they don't got the length. They got a bunch of short niggas.
stop it. Like,
They
what
have,
are you talking about,
they have a
EL?
bunch of short niggas, bro. They don't got no bunch of Bob Mutes and Robert Covingtons and shit like we had.
They ain't gotta have them, but like they ain't got a bunch of 6'2" dudes neither. Like they got a bunch of 6'5", 6'6" guys on that team.
6'3", 6'4", man. Bunch of Case and Wallace, fucking them niggas, man. Them niggas that they
Okay,
got.
Casey Wallace, Lou Dort, and Caruso can all take care of Steph. And Pods, you ain't even worried about Pods.
Paul's gonna get you 3 big threes. That's some easy shit that you don't expect.
Man, stop it. Knock it off.
He gonna kill you. Paul's gonna kill you when
And
you leave.
and if you gonna have Draymond on Chet, then Chet could just stand out at the 3-point line and take what's his name completely out the paint. He the only one that's gonna give hard fouls or make people worry about getting to the cup. But if you got to worry about Chet, because if you leave Chet, then Chet can just shoot the 3 all day. Porzingis is soft as hell.
Draymond too smart, bro. Draymond too smart. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Draymond can motivate Porzingis, bro. And as long as they got Steph, I'm just telling you, it could be an upset.
No, it can't.
It could be an upset.
It literally can't. There's nothing that Golden State can do to beat OKC, bro.
Let me tell you who else can beat OKC. We can beat OKC.
No, we can't beat OKC neither.
Let me tell you something. What I just told you, bro. I just told you. If Ime is moving KD off the ball and putting them in them corners in big games, our only problem is the referee's gonna call a shit ton of fouls for Shea, right? Guess what our strongest attribute has been over this past 2 months? Free throws. Our most consistent attribute has been free throws over these past 2 months. Would you believe that our free throw percentage is exceptionally high for the past 2 months? Listen,
I don't know about that, but
our free throw percentages, dog, have been skyrocketing, especially our main ball. I mean, LP probably not so much, but as far as Armin and KD, our free throw percentage has been real good, bro. And all we need in order to be OKC is for the refs not to get real finicky with their whistle on Shea, which we know they are because he's the MVP. We know he's gonna get real finicky. If them other dudes don't get to the line a lot, and our 2 dudes get to the line regularly, then we're gonna match them in free throws. That means KD and Armin gonna shoot the same amount of free throws as Shea. KD and Armin gonna shoot the same amount of free throws as Shea. KD's gonna score the same amount of points as Shea. KD gonna score the same amount of points as Shea, bro. I'm letting you know.
Maybe, but again, you still got Williams.
LP gonna outscore Chet. LP might outscore Williams.
Nah, no, he not.
Listen, he
No,
might
he not.
outscore Williams, bro.
No, he
Because-
not. He may outscore Chet, maybe.
He gonna
But
outscore Chet.
he ain't gonna outscore Williams.
LP gonna body Chet all day long, bro. Chet is not Chet is not ready for LP.
Hartenstein is gonna be on LP.
Yeah, well, LP gonna score like 25, 30 points on that nigga, bro.
Hell no.
He gonna
Stop
score 20.
Stop playing with Hartenstein like that, bro. He a defensive big man.
Man, Hartenstein, let me tell you what's gonna happen to Hustlestein. His ass gonna be on the bench with foul. They're gonna put Alex Caruso on Alpha Shangon. I can tell you, I already tell you what they're gonna do. They're gonna put Alex Caruso and Lou Dort on Alpha Shangon. That means KD gonna be able to float around in them corners. When Ime Udoka put KD in them corners, it's gonna open up our whole entire team. And if Reed Shepard and Armin, if Armin getting downhill and Chet ain't there to block his shot because Chet having to contest KD or Chet having to hold Jabari, guess what? That means Armin going straight downhill. That means Armin going straight downhill, catching the ball backdoor, going downhill, getting the ball in the post. Just like I said, just like he was doing tonight, Armin get you 25, 30, 25, 26, 27 points. KD gonna get you 25 points. That's 50 points. LP gonna get you 22 points. That's 60, 70, 80, 60, 60,
72 points, man.
72 points right there off the bat. All Reed Shepard got to do is come in and hit you 2, 3 threes. Jabari gonna hit you 2 threes every second half. Jabari gonna get you 2 threes.
Yeah, but I think LP is more likely to get us 13, 14 points.
No.
Um,
Hell no.
yeah.
LP averaged 21 points last playoff, bro. Against Draymond.
Okay.
The best defender.
Draymond is damn near 40 years old.
He's the best defender of this generation.
I don't know about that.
Hey,
I don't know that he the best. He the best defender of this generation. I don't know about that.
I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what the narrative is.
Okay, well, I don't care about narratives, bro. I'm not moved by narratives and talking points, man. I'm talking about real live basketball. So
I'm telling you.
Again, I don't know. I don't know about him being the best defender, but again, we couldn't get out the first round, and for a lot of that series, you know, LP was getting punked by Draymond.
The
And
only
Draymond is undersized. The dude is only 6'6".
the only thing the Rockets got to worry about against Oklahoma City Thunder is one thing: is random niggas hitting threes, like Lou Dort hitting 4 or 5 threes.
No, we got to worry about their pressure defense too.
I ain't stressing that defense, bro. I ain't stressing their defense. I ain't worried about their defense because now one of them Narrett, one of them niggas can hold Alpha Shangon. Lou Dort can hold KD. Lou Dort can hold KD. I know that. We know this. But Narrett, one of them niggas can hold Alpha Shangon. And Narrett, one of them niggas can hold Armin Thompson.
Yeah, me and you does not agree on that.
What?
I think that there are several players that can hold LP on that team. Caruso can, Hardenstein can, Chick can for stretches, huh?
Caruso could not hold Alpha Shangon, bro.
Yes, he can.
That's cap, bro.
No, it's not cap. Now LP got going in the second half of that game, but he was getting his ass handed to him in that first half.
That's Captain
he had one good game against OKC. That was game one when we went in double overtime.
You know Captain Tazariak?
Yeah.
That's what that is. That's that Captain Tazariak, bro. That nigga cannot hold Alpha Shangon, bro. Alex Caruso could not hold Alpha Shangon. That's Captain Tazariak, bro.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Our biggest problem against OKC is let a nigga like Lou Dort hit 4 threes on you.
No, that's not, bro. They pressure defense is gonna be a problem for us.
We're gonna score with anybody. We're gonna score with anybody. The Rockets gonna be able to score against OKC. The only thing we have to do is keep random niggas from hitting threes, bro. It's the same thing with OKC as it is with the Spurs. If you keep random niggas like Keldon Johnson from hitting threes, we beat the Spurs. It's not even the Stephon Castle. It's not even. Listen, Champagne hit his threes. Okay, cool. We know that's what Champagne do. But Keldon Johnson busting your ass for 3, You lose against the Spurs. Okay, we know Jay Will gonna get his buckets. We know Casey Wallace gonna hit his threes. We know Chet gonna get off with a couple of threes. Cool. But if a random nigga like Lou Dort hit 4-5 threes and Alex Caruso come in and hit 2 threes, if Lou Dort hit 4 threes, Caruso hit 2 threes, you lost. Boom, you lost. But if Caruso and Lou Dort don't get them threes, we win.
Bro,
It's
you
that
acting like we got an answer for Williams and for shit for Shea.
we don't have to answer. We just got to match them.
Yeah, but we can't match them.
We got them matched already.
Because
They
you just said that Dort and Caruso can guard KD. So if they got dudes that can guard KD, we know damn well LP ain't finna carry the team.
They score 50 points, bro. We score 60.
No, that's not true.
They
Shea gonna score 30 plus.
he gonna score.
Williams gonna score damn near 30.
Williams gonna score by 25
Then
points.
you got Chet who gonna give him 18 to 22.
Williams not even healthy. You step on a nigga foot, he out the game. He not even healthy.
Yeah, and LP soft as baby shit.
That nigga Jalen Williams had a hangover for 82 games. That nigga got a hangover after last year and was hungover all 180 days. That's not gonna cut it. They listen, Shea gonna score by 30. Let's say Shea scored 36. Let's say he scored 30. Let's just say he scored 40. And Williams scored 25. That's 65 points. We match that. We match that. If all three of our big three score 22, we match that. We score 66. We match their best scores.
I already told you LP not finna do that, bro. He ain't finna do that in a playoff series.
Chet gonna score by 15, 16 points. Guess what? That's Jabari. Get you by 14.
No, that's LP.
No. LP, KD, and Armin, they go together. Jabari, Armin, and KD go together as our top scorers. Remember, I broke this shit down last year. I broke this shit down at the beginning of the year. If KD scored 25, LP scored 19, Armin scored 17. I'm just rounding it up. All I'm doing is saying LP scored 20, Armin scored 20, KD scored 20. If they all score 22 apiece, that's 66 points. Now we know KD's going to score more than 22 points. We know that. But just for the sake
I don't understand how you saying that they got multiple dudes that can defend KD, but then want to say that KD is going to be able to just score all these points.
Score 22 points.
What?
Score 22 points. I said if KD scored 22 points, bro.
If he scored 22, we gonna lose. We gonna get swept.
No, listen. You're not listening. What I'm saying is, if Shea scores 40 points and Jalen Williams scores 25 points, that's 65 points. That's where the bulk of their scores come from. Now, if Kevin Durant, Al Pachinko, and Amin Thompson score 22 apiece, average, I'm just saying, we know that Amin might score 17, he might score 15, LP might score 25, KT might score 25, but I'm just rounding it off to an average number. If they score 22, if they average 22 points apiece, we match their points. -5. Oh, yeah, -5. We match their points -5. Now, Chet come in, he gonna score you 16 points. Well, Jabari has to score 14 to 16 points to match Chet. Now, Lou Dort, Caruso, Case and Wallace, them other niggas, they have to be matched by Tari Eason, Reed Shepard, Joshua fucking Kogi, goddamn. And, you know, niggas like that have to match up with them other niggas. That's what the problem is. It's them niggas. It's the Lou Dorts, the Casey Wallace, the Alex Carusos that we have a problem with. It's not the top 10 niggas. It's not their top 3 versus our top 4. Because our top 4 and their top 3 will balance out. It's not them. Them niggas average the same shit. It's the other niggas. It's the Lou Dort, the Alex Carusos, the Casey Wallaces. It's them other niggas that you gotta worry about. It's not their top scores. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If we keep Caruso, Lou Dort, Casey Wallace, Benedict Mathurin, whatever the hell these niggas is, these random niggas that they got on their team, if we keep them niggas from beating us, we can win. That's just a fact. Now I don't know how the hell you gonna stop Lou Dort from scoring five threes on you, but it's the same problem with Lou Dort as we have with Keldon Johnson. You got a damn random ass nigga that come out and hit you for 4 threes. It's nothing you can do but bow your head, tip your hat, and say, you know, on my dog's ass. Ain't nothing you can do about that. If you let Keldon Johnson hit 3 threes on you, your ass lost. If you let Lou Dort hit 4 threes on you, your ass lost. It don't matter whether Shea got 36 or not. We know he's gonna get that. That's not the tip of the pencil. The point is, you gotta stop them other niggas. Don't let them other niggas do weird shit. You can get you a 3 or 2. Because guess what? Josh Okogie gonna hit a 3 or 2. Dorian Finney-Smith hit a 3 or 2. Tari Eason might even hit a 3. That's cool. Aaron Holiday come in and hit a 3 or 2. That's cool. Reed Shepard might go buck wild and get you 30 points. We don't know. That's cool. But you can't let them niggas do no weird shit like have a nigga score, 20. You can't have Lou Dort scoring 20 points, is what I'm saying. You can't have Lou Dort scoring 18 points, 19, 20 points. That's the shit that's gonna kill you. If Lou Dort scoring 18 points, yeah, it's out of there. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We can beat them niggas. Now the team that we can't beat, flat out, like you said, Denver. Because we don't have nobody that can even stay. There's no way to match up with a nigga that get you 30 points and 15 rebounds and 10, 11, 12, 13 assists. There's no way to match up with a nigga that's doing that 40 and 15. Because he getting you 15 assists and them shit's coming from anywhere. Anywhere he decides to pick them apart at. But we know where their points coming from. Their points is coming from the point guard. This one nigga right here is trying to get you 35, 40 points. If you stop that nigga, even if you can't stop him, if he scores 35 and KD scores 25, we good. If he scores 35 and KD scores 30, we win. We win if everybody else do their job.
Bruh, KD just had 33 tonight and we lost. Against a team that's not as good.
Because
Almond had 40.
We let them random
and we lost.
niggas do shit they wasn't supposed to do. Random niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Random niggas. That's exactly what I'm saying. You can't let them random niggas do shit they don't supposed to do.
Yeah, well, we ain't gonna be able to stop the regular niggas from doing what they supposed to do. Damn random niggas. The regular niggas, we ain't gonna be able to stop them either.
Shit.
Yeah. All right, bro.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to chop it down, man. Once again, man, I appreciate you pulling up on me. When the next game?
Sunday.
Sunday?
The season finale is Sunday. And the first playoff game will probably be next weekend.
Okay, so the season finale Sunday. What I'll probably do, I might make it a whole day, man. I might do a 24-hour joint like I be doing, man. I might do something crazy for Sunday. Um, yeah, man. But I appreciate you. Salutes to you, man. Everybody who put up in the chat, I appreciate y'all. Next time, don't feel like you can't come up here, chop it up with us. And stay tuned in, stay tapped in. You better know what you heard. This is Houston Rockets Red Alert. Ben, you got something you want to say before we get up out of here?
Nah, bro. Salute to you, man. If I'm off Sunday,
Already,
I'll
man.
pop in on you.
Oh yeah, well, this gonna go down then. I'm most likely definitely gonna make it a 4-day thing. Um, better know what you heard, man. This is Houston Rockets Red Alert, Untamed, Unchapped, Unfiltered, and shit. What's the word? Unhinged right now. We finna get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody pulling up. Thank y'all for coming, man. We out of here. Peace.
I'm your host, Hope Champion, and this has been another exciting edition of Red Alert Rocket Zone. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the great things we have coming your way. Want to jump into one of our one-on-one debates? Email us at redalert.rocketzone@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. While you're at it, head over to the website and check out the KG1 merch. And if you want to show support or buy us a coffee, you can send it through Cash App, $6KG1. We truly appreciate your support because every show needs a spark. And for us, you are it. So come back again and blast off with Red Alert Rocket Zone.
Another night, another stat I can't defend. Another hope, our hope never ends. Every loss feel like deja vu, but every win reminds me why I do. The lights fade, but the passion don't. The city fans got pushed back for the smoke. Even when the shots don't fall, I'm still here to talk that talk. You can't believe I'm still tuned to this tone. Still taking off in the rocket zone. All the heat, all the pride, you know what we own. Yeah, welcome home to the Red Alert Zone. We're gonna break it down like how to break down the zone. He is an alien man, Mike calling on the phone. Every fan's a debater at heart. Every stance to take is part of the art. Oh, they say the data never lies, but numbers can't feel what's on the heart inside. So we clutch city till we die, even if we hold their feet to the fire. Tuned to this tone, taking off in the rocket zone. All the hate, all the pride, you know what we are. Yeah, welcome home to the Red Alert Zone. No alien man, he is an alien man. He's an alien, that's a man, and he is a Rockies fan. Oh, alien man, calling to talk about the Rockies. Oh, alien man, he's an alien man. Oh man, he just an alien. He's an alien, alien. He's an alien, he's an 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 alien. Oh, 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 Rockets, man. He's an alien, he's a Rockets fan. Who would know more about Rockets than alien man, area 51 dude. He's an alien. To the Red Alert Zone.